open up. So settle down with us and enjoy Tiger football on a Friday night. And up we'll go to the second back through. And getting some yardage up the middle, going to drag some Tigers out across the 30-yard line to near the 32, and it'll be close to a first down.
That's the big boy there. He went right up the middle. Took 2 Tigers to bring him down, I think.
Isaiah Gardner on the carry, and he'll get 9 yards in the play. So second down and 1 from about the 21. Going from a single setback formation. They'll hand it to him again over right tackle. He'll get the first down, then stood up at about the 34-yard line, but he won't get the yardage necessary for the first down. They'll say his forward progress went to the 33, so first and 10 for the Monarchs at the 33.
I think this might be a long night for the Tiger defense if they keep running like that. Ethan Ramos been in on the first 2 tackles for the Tigers.
Tigers defensively tonight, James Foltz along the line along with Maurice Padilla, Joel Hernandez and Humberto Sanchez at the other defensive tackle position, Ethan Ramos and Tanner Travis at the linebackers, Ryan Bonilla in the defensive backfield along with Brennan Adams, Brandon Silva, Andrew Luna, and one change in the backfield. A handout's going to go up the middle again over left tackle, that is, getting out to the 35-yard line, a gain of a couple, second down and 8. Stephen Shaw not suited up tonight, George. Why is that?
No, little concussion. He wanted to go, though. He wanted to go since last Saturday, and I told him, you know what, I'd rather you miss one game than mess with the rest of your life.
Well, exactly, yeah. You got to look at the grand scheme of things. So he is not in the lineup on defense, and we'll try to get his replacement for you in just a moment. Second down and 9 from the 35. Big quarterback's going to keep a bootleg around the left side. Silva is going to turn the corner. He's going to get tackled outside the 45-yard line. We'll get the first down. Good naked bootleg by their quarterback, Ruben Silva, senior, 6 foot, 155 pounds. It'll be right down to the 48. Gain of 13 yards on the first down. Kind of cut the Tigers in on that one.
Yeah, they did. Good job. He ran right Bonillas. He set some wheels. He's not very big, though.
So first and 10 for the Monarchs on their initial drive of the game at the 48-yard line. No score. And I'll second back through again, this time getting some good yardage into Tiger territory across the 45-yard line to about the 43. And again, it's Isaiah Gardner, 6 foot, 185 pounds, looks bigger than that.
He looks bigger. He looks bigger than that. Runs bigger than that. Yeah, that was the defensive tackle, but they blitzed. Both linebackers blitzed, so it was wide open then.
Gain of 9 on that one. And it'll be a second down and 1 from the Tiger 43. Yeah, going to be a quarterback keeper up the middle. He'll get the first down crossing the 40-yard line. And they'll mark his progress right at the 40. That'll be good enough for a first down for the Monarchs out of Spring Valley. First time these two schools have ever met in football.
That is neat.
Each team coming in with 1-3 records. Are we going to see another 37-34 game?
No, that was a good game, though. It was a good game. Good showing by the Tigers. We only hurt ourselves a couple of times in that game.
Kind of strange to have that many points in a 37-34 2 weeks in a row.
It'll be 2 in a row.
Yeah.
We're putting some points up.
First and 10 for the Monarchs for the Tiger 40. That stood up behind the line of scrimmage and handed off to Xavier Leyva, and he's going to get nowhere. In fact, maybe a loss of a yard on the play. It'll be a second down and 11. Back at the Tiger 41.
C.J. Ramos in on tackle for the Tigers. Name we don't call too often, along with James Foltz.
In the defensive backfield for Stephen Shaw tonight for the Tigers starting out is Damon Meza, 5'8", 137, junior. So what brings him up to the line? Going to pitch it over to the right side. Jenkins, man, he gets ahead. He's got to be big and hard to bring down. He'll get all the way down to the Tiger 25-yard line before being dragged down at that point. There'll be another Monarch first down. Gain of 16.
Andrew Luna held on to him. Wouldn't let go, but he carried him at 5-6 yards.
Yeah, he runs much harder than 6 foot, 185.
He didn't try to go around him in.
No.
He went right up.
Exactly.
Big size difference, though.
Very tight offensive line marks. This is going to be handed off to Gardner. He'll get stood up after a gain of maybe a yard on the play. The Tigers will bring it down a whole host of them. It'll be a second down and 9.
Ethan Ramos That's a good matchup there. I think Ethan's going to have a big game today if they keep running like they are.
Going to give him a gain of 2 on that one. So it'll be a second down and 8 from the 23. Line almost shoulder to shoulder along the line.
Yeah, they are.
And it does make it kind of difficult to see where the ball is. Handed off big. There's going to be a keeper on the right side, and Silva is going to be driven out of bounds near the 20-yard line. Be a short gain of 3. The third down and 5 coming up from Monte Vista.
That's a good job by Andrew Gildown. Keep this position there. Not let him turn the corner.
25 is just a gain of a couple. So third down and 6.
Right there.
On the 25. Didn't fool too many people on that naked bootleg.
Good to see the run, though.
Yeah,
it's good to see the run. I love watching the running team.
And I've always said too, that if you can't stop a running, you're going to score a touchdown. Yep. You don't need the pass. Defense can't stop you, and the Tigers jump offside. Hate seeing that.
Tanner Travis
on the right. Defensive tackle position.
Too excited.
5-yard penalty was going to give him close to the first down. Depends on where the mark was previously. It's going to be a third down and 1. Initial penalty of the night goes against the Tigers. So third down and 1 from about the 21. And got the 21, they're going to say.
Oh, they gave it to him.
Yeah, they did get the first down. I kind of thought it might have been close enough for that. So the first down, hand off second back through. This time the ball is being carried by Giovanni Olivas, and he'll get a little bit of yardage over the left side, getting inside the 15-yard line. They were at the 15. So a gain of a couple will be a second down and 8 from about the 13-yard line. That was his first carry of the night. It was good for 2 yards. So second down and 10. And the ball at the Tiger 13, make it 17-yard line. 17-yard line. Hard to tell from over there. No, it will be the 13, so we're right the first time. From the 13, it'll be a second down and 8 from the 13. 6:11 to go in the first quarter. First drive of the game by the Monarchs of Monte Vista High School with Spring Valley. Oh, fumble on the play. Tigers got a big tackle by Tanner Travis. 51 yards carrying it for Gardner, who gets hit this time right at the line of scrimmage. He'll twist his way for a couple of yards, second down and 8, and they'll bring the ball out to the 31-yard line.
Oh, pretty the way Brandon got it. Took his legs out from under him. He got into the backfield.
7:55 to go in the first half. Tigers leading at 7-6. As you mentioned, going up for the second weekend ago to a Division II school playing, and it's going to be another naked bootleg by Silvers on the left side, and Brendan Adams will bring him out of bounds just shy of the first down at about the 38-yard line, be a gain of 7, so third down and 1 coming up. 6-yard gain.
Yep, we talk about Brendan Adams. Kid's got some wheels.
He does. Does a good job of that play action fake. Fake it, run up the middle, and then fake it. He runs like a bootleg.
Makes it a lot easier to get to that corner.
Shoulder to shoulder along the line.
Keeper.
He's going to be a keeper. He'll get the first down. A rugby scrum out across the 40-yard line to the 41.
That's exactly what that was.
Actually gets about 4 yards on it, too, for the quarterback.
The two running backs just came in from behind and pushed him from the back. Poor guy, skinny as he is, he pulled him in half.
So first and 10 Monarchs from the 41-yard line. Silva sent it off on the right side of the guard. He'll get stood up, and then his extra steps will get him out to near the 45-yard line. He's just as low to bring down.
Yeah, he is.
Put it out to a 3-yard gain, second and 7.
Impressive.
He has already carried 11 times in the game for 56 yards. Second down and 7 from the 44 for the Monarchs. In their white jerseys, crimson pants, crimson helmet with a gold MV for Monte Vista on the side. First meeting between these two teams. Division II Monte Vista, Division III Imperial. And off Gardner with right side. Gardner's going to break open across the 50-yard line, still on his feet to the Tiger 40. To the 30-yard line, it's going to be a foot race on the near sideline, and he will win it. And the Tigers down at the 48-yard line, but the touchdown will be good. A 56-yarder, and the Tiger gets up as Brendan Adams.
Yeah.
But he gets up and runs off. But that touchdown run by Gardner will go 56 yards for the touchdown, and the Monarchs are back on top, 12-7.
And they couldn't catch him.
Nope.
They couldn't catch him.
Well, once he broke open.
But he doesn't look fast. He looks so lanky that he looks slow. But you cannot bring him down.
Oh.
Yeah, Adams had him. He ran right over him. This could be a good game. I like it. I wish we had Tanner.
Yeah.
Tanner could load himself.
You are right. Anthony Moen in for the extra point, and penalty flags go down before the snap. Some movement. This is
30 seconds. C.J. Ramos, John.
So now with the movement a yard and a half closer, they're going to go for 2.
Yeah.
I think that's the wise decision. I would too.
Smart. See what we got coming here. A quick update here. Christian over Central, 14-7 in the first. Oldfield over Palo Verde, 20-7.
We're lining up for a 2-point conversion. Hand it off to Gardner, and Gardner will make it in for the 2-point conversion. So with 6:05 remaining in this first half of play, it is now Monte Vista 14 and Imperial 7.
Start your day off right with your favorite drink from Brickhouse Coffee, next door to Brickhouse Deli at the Lisa Tucker Center in Imperial. Brickhouse Coffee has so many drinks to choose from. Hot drinks, blended drinks, or cold drinks, including the best iced tea in the valley with lots of different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, Brickhouse Deli with big, bold, fresh flavors. The valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West Ayton Road in Imperial.
On a scoring drive for the Monarchs, 6 plays, 82 yards in 3 minutes and 8 seconds. A 56-yard touchdown run by Isaiah Gardner. And then he runs into 2-point conversion. It's 14-7 in favor of Monte Vista. Kicking from left to right, from the south to the north. It's a line drive kick that Ryan Bonillas will pick it up at the 10-yard line. Straight up the middle of the 20 to the 25, out to the 30-yard line. Still taking tackles across the 35 to the 37-yard line. Nice return by Ryan Bonillas. And the Tigers have the ball first and 10 at their own 37.
Beautiful run back by Ryan Bonillas. But I like both 2 hands on that.
Yes. You know, I was thinking after we had gotten home last week, do you remember what, and it was Coach Tyree, I think, that instilled it, and then Pat McGee continued it, what happened if a player fumbled the ball, what they would have to do the next week?
You carry with them all week?
Yes, we would have the football taped to their hand for the whole week. And that's what, and that's what they would do. You remember that too?
Yeah.
Sure. That's what I was thinking. I wonder if he had his hand taped up this week. First and 10 Tigers from their own 37-yard line after great return by Ryan Bonillas. And in motion is Ramos. Fake it to him. Back to pass goes over to the right. Got it completed to Brenton Adams. He'll be brought down for a loss on the play. Good job by the quarterback who also plays defensive back, Ruben Silva. He's a good 2-way starter for this team. It'll be back to the 35 of 2.
I did not know he went both ways. He read that one all the way.
Yeah, he did.
Where's Jacob? We gotta use Gray's speed.
He's used Padilla in the backfield, along with Reed, who goes back to pass. Looks over the middle. Incomplete. Almost looked like pass interference, but it will fall incomplete. Intended for Joey Ramos at the 40-yard line. It'll be a 3rd down and 12 from the 35.
Yeah, Joey was able to jump back. He was thrown behind him, able to get a hand on that one. That would have been a tough catch.
Yeah, it was thrown behind him, and it would have been difficult. Yeah. So 3rd down and 12 for the Tigers from their own 35-yard line, trailing the game by 7. For Monte Vista, who is the CIF champion just 2 years ago in Division 4. Back to pass is Jordan Reed. Reed has to roll out of the pocket. He's going to be brought down back at the 30-yard line, and the Tigers will have to punt on the loss of 5. 4th down and 17.
Right at the 30.
I remember Tiger offensive coordinator Brady House saying, if Jordan Reed runs,
we're doing something something wrong.
We messed up. Something was wrong, exactly. So you know that was wrong on that.
Yeah.
Just didn't get the protection and had to eat it.
No, it was beautiful coverage, actually, by the defensive backfield for the Monarchs. Had nowhere to go and try to run out of that little pocket. That they had set up.
Joey Ramos to kick. Davis Langfeld deep to receive. And Langfeld tries to catch it. Oh, he short hopped. He was lucky the ball didn't get bounced around. We'll be at the 40-yard line for the Monarchs for the ball 1st and 10. That could have been dangerous.
That was very dangerous. In baseball, that short hop is tough. In football, can you imagine it's not a round ball? But that was end over end on that kick.
Joey averaged 48 yards a punt last week.
Really?
Yeah, he had a couple of boomers last
he
week.
did.
So, yeah,
Some beautiful rolls.
he did about everything last week. He really did a great job. 1st and 10 from Monte Vista from their own 40-yard line. So we'll take the handoff. He's going to keep it around the left side. A little bit of a foot race, and getting tripped up and brought down. Good open field tackle by Andrew Luna.
Yes.
At about the 45-yard line, though, gain of 5, 2nd down and 5. Boy, if he doesn't get him.
Oh, he outran the linebacker, whoever that was. Oh, we got Brawley over Cibola in the first 7-0. That could be a good game.
Yeah, that game's over in Yuma. League play starts 2 weeks from tonight. The Tigers will be in Brawley. And it off, second back through. But you'll need this. He's going to get the first down. Still driving into Tiger territory, crossing the 45-yard line all the way down to the Tiger 42. And that's a big gain of 13 yards and a first down for the Monarchs.
22 and 36. Daniel Pitones and Omar Garibaldi.
Monarchs lined up, 1st and 10 from the Tiger 42. And it off Olivas over left tackle. He gets sacked up at the line of scrimmage and goes nowhere. Might get a couple of feet out of it, but nothing more than that. We'll give him a gain of a yard. 2nd down and 9 from the Tiger 41.
DJ Ramos with his 6th tackle of the night. And Manuel Pitones with his second back tackle there. Let's see who's in shape in the 4th quarter.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's going to come down to the 4th quarter.
Grinding team here, this Monarch team, and take the handoff. Quarterback's going to keep it, breaks one tackle, and it continue to get under his feet, and will get a first down across the far side.
Oh, he was short. They got short. He must have
been out of bounds, maybe. I'm trying to see on the far side where they're going to mark him out of bounds at. Oh, Billy flag goes down, and they were looking toward the Tigers. Ain't seeing that. I hope that's not the case. But somebody, I think, said something in the Tiger lineup after the play where the ball went right down near the first down marker around the 32. So they will first check the
enforcement.
Yeah, and we've had a few of those this year, and I don't like it. It's just going to go against the Tigers.
The biggest man on the field.
So gets the 9-yard gain to Silvas.
Just took him out.
And then the penalty against the Tigers is a 15-yarder. It's going to take it all the way down inside the 20-yard line to the 18. Yeah, we've got too many of those kind of.
Yeah. No need.
No, there's no need to it at all.
Yeah, there's no need. That always stopped him. Oh, nice.
Quarterback is going to keep it. This time the Tigers are going to read it perfectly. He'll get nowhere. In fact, will get lost on the play.
Ethan Ramos.
Actually, it was a handoff to Gardner, and Gardner gets snapped up behind the line of scrimmage, a loss of a couple, and a loss of 3 back to the 21, so a 2nd down and 13 coming up. First time they stopped Gardner for minus yardage in the game, but he still has 109 yards and 13 carries.
Well,
that's that big 56-yarder, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Ethan hit him hard. Pushed it backwards.
2nd and 13 from the 21. Silvas under center. Handed off Gardner over the right side. He gets stood up at the line of scrimmage. He'll really ripped his way in for a couple of yards out of that to the 18-yard line. But that gets the 3 yards back. It's the 3rd and 10 from the 18.
Yeah, he gets hit that first time, and then he pushes one more time for another couple of yards. He just falls forward. Good job by James Plum says, stay with it.
Actually, they'll put it to the 19-yard line, so it's a third down and 11. So third down 11 from the Tiger 21.
Oh, good.
Hit behind the line of scrimmage. What a great job.
Ethan.
Yeah, Ethan Ramos blasted in there. And as soon as the quarterback got the snap, he was on it. Wow, great job.
He didn't even get to hand that off.
No.
I was hoping he'd just do the pile drive around him, though. He lifted him up, and that's why I said, Ethan.
Back to the 22-yard line, a loss of 3. Fourth down territory, though, so fourth down and 14.
Field goal?
And timeout is going to be called on the field. With 56 seconds remaining in this first half of play, it's Monte Vista 14 and Imperial 7.
No matter what you need to keep your home cool and comfortable, R&K Air Conditioning has it. From complete temp-star cooling systems to the latest in Wi-Fi capable thermostats, we have everything you need to stay comfortable. That's why you should make R&K Air Conditioning your first and only call for your cooling needs. Call 760-353-7570 or find us online at rkair.net. Temp-star, quality you can feel.
Sister Kyla Dill or Kyla Wilkinson listening up in Twin Falls says 53 degrees up there in Twin Falls tonight. Glad to have you again with us, Kyla, as you do each and every week. We appreciate that.
I think we're close to that, aren't we?
Yeah, we're not too far from it.
Only about 90.
That's gonna get down to, it wasn't pushing 100 degrees, but it's been nice in the morning.
Beautiful last night.
Gorgeous. Low 70s at 9. That's really nice. Get a long field goal attempt. This is going to be from the 34. It's a 44-yarder, and it hits the. Oh, it did make it through.
Oh, it made it?
It just made it over the crossbar, and then
It hit the pad.
Hit the pad, yeah. So it is that close to making it.
Wow, how many yards is that?
That would be from the 29.
Is that in 34?
Yeah, 29, so 39-yarder.
Wow.
So 39-yard field goal for Anthony Limon. And, man, they couldn't have, if it were 40, it wouldn't have made it. But 39 yards will make it.
Yeah, when it hit the pad on the pole, I said, no, too short.
They were able to get it. So with 51 seconds remaining in the first half, Monarchs increased their lead to 17-7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 plays on that drive. That will go 38 yards. And capped by the 39-yard field goal by Anthony Limon. 17-7 in favor of Monte Vista.
Good job by the Tigers.
Tigers get the ball in the second half. It'd be nice to get some points on the board before this half is up.
The pooch kick here.
A little short kick. This time it stays in bounds, and Ryan Bonillas will pick it up. We'll get it across the 30-yard line after about the 32. And the Tigers will have the ball first and 10 at that point at the 32-yard line.
Got a couple of quick updates here. Vincent Memorial over El Cajon. I don't know who's El Cajon. 14-0 the second quarter.
El Cajon Valley, interesting in that they did not have a single win last year. They were 0-10 in the coach's first year. His second year now, they're 3-1. Ooh, he's got them completely turning out and starting to believe in themselves. And they're playing excellent football, El Cajon Valley.
Do you have any idea where that school is?
El Cajon Valley is right on Madison Avenue, just west of 2nd Street.
Oh, okay.
Back to pass, Jordan Reed. Oh, as a receiver. Good defense.
Back.
Can you describe what happened? Because we both saw it on that.
Yeah, he was writing that in his back. The whole time he was holding on to it. And that was Silva, right? Ruben Silva?
Yeah, Silva tipped it away, but he had his arm around his back. Yeah. He tipped it, yeah. So.
And he was there the whole time. He didn't have to put his hand on it.
Italy will go against Monte Vista. And that should give the Tigers a first down. Bring it out to the 39-yard line. And a first down for Imperial. 43 seconds remaining in this first half. We'll recap the scoring for you and stats on the game at halftime, so stay with us. Back to pass is Reed. Reed's going to pass it. Going to complete it? Yes.
Yes.
Right near midfield, around the 49-yard line, as Jacob Gray will make the catch. No, he did not catch it. Right in front of the bench for Imperial, so Penny must have bobbled or he was out of bounds, one of the two. It'll go incomplete, and it'll be a second down and 10 from the 39 with 38 seconds to go in the half. Tigers trailing at 17-7. They were leading 7-6 at one point. Ramos goes in motion. Take the handoff. Can trip it out. Pitch it out to Ramos on the right side. He's going to break a couple of tackles, and he'll break hard to get back to the line of scrimmage. Give him a yard gain, and that was all to him, but it's a third down now and 9 from the 40-yard line.
Yeah, 18 had that red the whole time, and did a little 360. Oh, he spun Joey around first, and then Joey did another 360 to get around another defender.
And Tigers are just going to go ahead and take it in at halftime. They let the remaining 10 seconds run off the clock. Halftime score here in Imperial is the Monte Vista Monarchs 17, the Imperial Tigers 7. We'll be back to recap the scoring and give the halftime stats in just a moment.
No matter what you need to keep your home cool and comfortable, R&K Air Conditioning has it. From complete temp-star cooling systems to the latest in Wi-Fi capable thermostats, we have everything you need to stay comfortable. That's why you should make R&K Air Conditioning your first and only call for your cooling needs. Call 760-353-7570 or find us online at rkair.net. Temp-star, quality you can feel. Day in and day out, your publicly owned Imperial Irrigation District proudly delivers low-cost, reliable energy service to its customers in the Imperial and Coachella Valley. When compared to other power providers, IID's residential, commercial, and governmental customers all save up to 50% on their monthly energy bills. That's because IID is committed to more than just delivering power. IID is committed to you. IID, where customers always come first.
Start the day off right by having breakfast at Broken Yoke Cafe. Once again voted best breakfast in the Imperial Valley by our customers. Thank you. Remember, Broken Yoke strives every day to bring you great service and great food. Still preparing everything fresh daily. Open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Log on to Broken Yoke Cafe and join the club or order your meal online. Broken Yoke Cafe on North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
Back in Imperial, where the Monte Vista Monarchs lead the Imperial Tigers by a score of 17-7 here at halftime. This is how the scoring went. Monarchs would get on the board first, their first drive of the game, a 13-play, 78-yard drive. It consumed 6 minutes and 44 seconds off the clock, and it was capped by the 17-yard touchdown pass by Ruben Silva to Xavier Leyva. And the extra point was no good. It was blocked. But they have cost the Tigers on that as Tanner Travis got injured with his knee.
Yeah, he started to dive. His ball never got up, and then when he tried to straighten himself back up, he jammed his knee or whatever he did. So he went straight down.
Yep. And went back to the locker room, and we haven't seen him since then. So don't like talking about that, but that's a key player in this Tiger offense and defense. But the Monarchs led 6-0 after their first drive. The Tigers then would take the lead on their first drive. It was a 9-play, 65-yard drive, and it was capped by the 3-yard touchdown run by Jesus Padilla, his second of the year. Extra point was good by Edgar Robles, and the Tigers led 7-6 with 1:23 to go in the first quarter. But Monte Vista would come right back with a 6-play, 82-yard drive after stopping the Tigers when they got down inside in the red zone. And they had a 6-play, 82-yard drive using 3 minutes and 8 seconds off the clock, and capped by the 56-yard touchdown run by Isaiah Gardner. After the Tigers were offside, they decided to go for 2. Gardner got the 2-point conversion, and with 6:05 to go in the first half, Monte Vista led it 14-7. And then they would add a 39-yard field goal by Anthony Lamone with 51 seconds to go in the first half after a 7-play, 38-yard drive. And that's where we sit, Monte Vista 17, Imperial 7. And we'll look at the individual stats as our halftime report continues in just a moment.
I don't worry anymore about getting stranded with my car breaking down.
Why is that?
That automotive class I took at Imperial Valley College not only prepared me to fix my own car, it also prepared me for a new career in automotive repair.
I like the way you think. I've always wanted to become a welder.
Then check out these and other IVC career education classes at imperial.edu. For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has helped different clubs and sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way, keeping your kids busy with school activities. Their members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, please contact Betty or Larry at 760-355-1312. That's 355-1312. The Quarterback Club. Go Tigers.
For Monte Vista in the first half. Only passed one time. First touchdown. That was it. That was a 17-yarder that was thrown from Ruben Silva to Xavier Leyva. So he's 100% at 1-for-1 and 17 yards in a touchdown. Isaiah Gardner, 14 carries, 111 yards. 56 of it, though half of that, was on one carry for a touchdown. Ruben Silva, quarterback, had a few naked bootlegs and ended up with 38 yards on 8 carries in the first half. Xavier Leyva, 1 carry for -1. And Giovanni Olivas, 5 carries for 21 yards in the first half. So the Tigers have given up 17 yards passing, but in the rushing department, they've given up 149, 148, 169 yards of rushing in the first half.
Not normal for the Tiger defense.
And without Tanner Travis,
That's going to be tough.
it's going to be not really well.
Can you imagine that quarterback last week on this behind this line?
Oh, yeah. It's because he...
Yeah. You have to worry about this guy going up the middle, him around the end?
Yeah. Wow. The times he has carried the ball, he's just picked it up the middle and then rolled it out, trying to fake out the defense. That's what basically he's done running, and he's done it pretty successfully. For the Tigers, Jordan Reed, a quarterback, completed 8 of 15 passes in the first half, but just for 45 yards. 4 of those for 37 yards to Joey Ramos. That should be unofficially puts him within 7 yards of the all-time record of reception yardage at Imperial High School. Wow. He already has the reception record and also the touchdown reception records. He set those earlier this season. Ryan Bonilla, 3 catches, but for -5 yards on those 3 catches. And then Brandon Adams caught that one for 23 yards on a great job of that on the far side of the field. But rushing, the Tigers have really struggled there. After Manuel Quintero had the 2 25-yard runs, then added -1 and then was hurt. I think he may have dislocated his right shoulder again. So 49 yards on 3 carries for him. Jordan Reed, 2 for -8. Jesus Padilla, 3 carries for 11 yards, but with a touchdown on that. So the Tigers will have, 41, 52 yards rushing, 45 yards passing, so under 100 yards in total offense in the first half for the Tigers. But going down like 10 at the half here, 17-7 in an upper division school in the Division II, Monte Vista. As we said, they won the CIF championship 2 years ago. They were 9-2 last year, winning the Grossmont Valley League, and so nothing that's embarrassing getting beaten by an upper division school. But I think that we're in this game and we can pull this out.
Yeah, and we had a good showing last week against another Division II team. That probably our best game overall.
Yeah.
Of the year.
Yeah, that was a heartbreaker last week.
Yeah, it was. And like we were saying last week, we could easily be 4-0.
Be 4-0. When you look back on this season, you saw the Cibola game. The Tigers came out really flat at the beginning, gave up 21 points in the first quarter, and they came back to lose at 21-14. 2 controversial plays in which the Tigers were down the 1 yard line. We may be biased in thinking we got in the end zone twice. The referee said no. Both of them were outside of the goal line. One of those could have tied. One of those could have won. But it ended up as a 21-14 game, and then come back to win the next week 26-0 against Holtville. And then 2 weeks ago, Cedar Ridge, who is arguably the best team in Yuma as far as public schools, and is undefeated right now, held on to a 37-34 win, which we had to play. We had to play at the end that could have won it. The pass was thrown behind the receiver in the flat, and there was nobody in.
Oh, that's right. That's when Jordan went down. And
right.
Or lost his helmet.
Right, lost his helmet. And Joaquin Alvarado came in without any warm-ups or anything and faked the hand up the middle. Keeler Ridge bit it completely, had a receiver in the right flat open. It was just thrown behind him.
Yeah, receiver turned to the left, and he threw to the right shoulder.
And that was a game that went back and forth. Girl led, and just went back and forth and back and forth. And that's what last week's game was, too. Tigers led 20-3 at one point. We had a half. And then it was a 20-10 halftime score. And then back and forth. And then Division II Valley Center, that's 5 CIF championships to their credit, would come away with another 37-34 victory over the Tigers. We have Brady Hoffman stepping in now, and let us know your thoughts on this first half of the play.
Well, we started out real good, and then after the first 2 drives, we just stopped executing. And that makes the world of difference. I mean, the plays were there. We had a drop, and then we ran that one screen that was wide open and missed the block, and it's just one guy.
That's all it is, just one little deal like that. Injuries, we saw Tanner Travis go down with a knee.
He probably won't be back. He won't be back today. I don't know about Manuel either. His shoulder's a little dinged up. So.
Yeah, is that the same shoulder that he's had trouble with? That he's getting dislocated?
Yeah, he can go for a little bit, but if he gets hit just right, then he dings it up again. So we'll see. They're working on him. Maybe you can get him back in the fourth quarter.
There's been some bright spots from Jordan at quarterback, but like you said, there's been a couple of passes that were overthrown or underthrown, a couple of drops, and then just stuff that hasn't been just that one little extra bit, that little trip up here and there has kept the Tigers from getting any further. Good job by Jesus Medina to come in with really no warm-up to come in and score the touchdown for the Tigers tonight. Thought that was a good thing. And defensively, I know you're the offensive coordinator, but you're seeing what our defenses are. They're not doing anything special. It's just a hand-off tackle on one side and naked bootleg on the other.
No, yeah, pretty much. In Monte Vista, they're real good at what they do. It's kind of like the old Broadway teams where they're just going to run a few plays. They're going to run them real good, and you got to make a stop. And they keep going 3 yards, 4 yards, 3 yards, 4 yards, and the old saying was it's 4 times 3 is first down. So
yep,
that's all they're doing. And they've been a real good team here the last couple of years running that. They're very successful with it. So you just got to try and get them early on, first and second down, try and stop them for no gain or get a loss. Right before their last drive here, we got them for a loss on first down, and that changes it. So,
what did you tell your offense at halftime?
Offensive line, we need to help protect our. We get a little bit lazy. We stop moving our feet, so they got to be a little bit more aggressive and give Jordan a little extra time. He needs that half a second more to throw. And with our receivers, they said we got to start running some more of our routes. We're going to run some man beaters here, but they got to win a battle here and there. And Jordan's got to make some better reads and better throws. A couple times we've had guys open, he's had a lazy throw, or he made a bad read and got locked in on a guy. First 2 drives he was better, and we clicked. And then the last drive here, he kind of stopped going through his progressions, and he got off a little bit. So just again a reminder that we got to come out and execute.
Do you think, as far as the breakdown of his progressions, do you think it's because he's getting the extra rush that's coming in?
A little bit. And then sometimes he gets down and you want to try and make a play, and then when you try too hard, then
it gets worse.
Then you lock in on one guy and you don't go through. So there's a little bit of extra pressure, and he's getting 6 guys every play, and then the fact that he's trying to make a play when we can take a shorter throw and hopefully let them receivers make a play. So.
Only down by 10. We got 2 quarters, and we get the ball first. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Brady. Brady Hoffman, offensive coordinator for the Tigers, sitting in with us, explaining a little bit about what was talked about at halftime. And the Tigers getting the ball in the second half with the kickoff, trailing just by 10 at 17-7. And as we mentioned, this is a Division II school. They went 9-2 last year and won the CIF championship 2 years ago. And they did that too. And I was going to talk about it in the warm-up show tonight, but we had some technical problems and weren't able to do that. The Monarchs are under their 8th-year head coach, Ron Hamamoto, coming up perhaps their 2 best seasons in school history. 2 years ago, they took the Division IV CIF championship, rolled to a 71-48 win over San Diego High School.
Ooh.
Yeah, same San Diego High School that won last year's championship.
Ooh.
They would go on to the state Division 5A championship game against Catella High School up in Anaheim, and lost 36-35 on a late 2-point conversion. Last year, then they came back to win their Grossmont Valley League, going undefeated against West Hills. We've seen them before. I think we played them last year in the opening round of the playoffs. And then Mount Miguel, we saw them last year going up to Spring Valley to play against them last year. And then Santana, who we saw a few years ago, when Royce Freeman and Chris Carter and Dejon Staten and Evan Pumphrey and those guys were playing. We saw Santana several times. And then El Cajon Valley. And as I mentioned, they were 0-10 last year, didn't win a single game. And I think they had lost 16 games in a row going into the season. And now a coach in his second year with them, he's down having the kids try to buy into their program, and they are 3-1 coming into tonight's game. So Monte Vista is a good ball player. They're 1-3 this year, but when you look at a 42-7 loss to Division I power Lincoln, and then they defeated Rancho Buena Vista 28-14, lost a narrow 39-36 game to Patrick Henry, and then was soundly beaten by Christian High, the Division II school that always has good teams. Yeah. So when you look at that 1-3 record, it's a little bit deceptive. We'll have some updated scores. We'll get those and also our defensive stats as we continue with our halftime report in just a moment.
Aiton Express in Imperial is your one-stop convenience store with full-service car wash, gas, and diesel. It's a place for all your snacks, cold drinks, and ice-cold beer. And if you're throwing parties, kegs, wine, and champagne. Everything you need at one convenient location. While you're there, get your vehicle washed and save us with 8 gallons of gas or diesel and get the 10th car wash free. Yes, Aiton Express is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Highway 86 and Aiton Road in Imperial. When it comes to Mexican food, El Zarape in Imperial does it right. From their special quesadillas, served the way you like it, deep fried with cheese, and you add the fillings to tacos, burritos, enchiladas, and more. There's daily specials, too. The food is great, and the service is even better. And don't forget to reserve your tamales for the holidays. El Zarape, located at 139 South Imperial Avenue in Imperial. Open Monday through Saturday.
I was remiss in not checking on our defensive stats. George, you have those for us?
Yeah. You know what? We did such a good job from the front, but we knew we had to. I had Ethan Ramos, CJ Ramos, each with 6. We have Luis Padilla with 4. What else here? Andrew Luna also had 4. That thing is he's in the defensive backfield. That's not good. James Folks with 2. Tanner Travis before he went out, I had him with 3. So that one big sack. Manuel Pitones, Brandon Silva, each with 3. And Brian Bonilla, Jason Denault, Brendan Adams, and Humberto Sanchez, each with 1 tackle for the Tigers.
Let's get ready to kick this off in the second half. The Monarchs leading the Tigers 17-7 here at halftime. Getting ready to start this third quarter of play. And lining up to do the kickoff, George Brandon Deasy for the Monarchs. A deep to receive for the Tigers on the far side. Ryan Bonilla on the near side is Joey Ramos. Each of that long kickoff returns this year. And the kickoff's going to go high, deep. Bonilla will get the 15-yard line. After the 20-yard line, breaks it over to the left side. Tries to turn the corner at the 30. Has a blocker in front of him, 35 to the 40. Gets hit hard, brought out of bounds, but outside the 40-yard line. Face mask was grabbed, but I don't see a penalty flag. So, yeah, hits he was out of bounds, so it didn't count. But a good return by Ryan Bonilla out to the 43-yard line of the Tigers. First and 10, and along the line for the Tigers, James Folks, left tackle. Left guard, Wolfgang Horner. Caleb Rollins at the center position. Sebastian Mendoza on the right guard. Kai Bishop on the right tackle. Jordan Reed at quarterback. They're going 8 of 15 in the first half for 45 yards. Will stay in at the quarterback slot. And in motion is Gray. And up at the middle, Padilla. Padilla gets hit hard at the 45-yard line, twists his way out to the 46. Gain of 3. Make it a gain of 4. Second down and 6.
Big hit by Xavier Zeva, sorry. Good, yeah.
Boy, Padilla, he is tough.
Yeah.
He is tough.
Oh,
and I'll begin to Padilla. Padilla began to look like a face mask, and he's going to get the ball brought out of his hands, but I think that Padilla was down.
He was down.
Yeah, Logan Schmidt pulled it out. No, they're pointing. It is going to be a fumble. It's going to be a fumble by Padilla and recovered by Logan Schmidt at the 48-yard line of the Monarchs, and it's a first down for Monte Vista.
Oh, I thought Sean said he was down.
Well, it should look like, and maybe it was a tackle around the neck, but you could see Padilla was stretched backwards, and then the ball was ripped loose out of his hands.
Wow. After a good run for first down.
It was. But it's first down for the Monarchs. They're going to hand it up over the middle to Gardner. Gardner's going to be hit. Again, Ethan Ramos all over him. And he's going to tackle him for a 2-yard loss. It'll be a second down and 12.
Wow. He was going nowhere.
So
Ethan got him and drove him down. And then T.J. Ramos helped take him down. Finish him off. For a loss of almost 2, right at 2. Keeper.
Going to be a keeper for the quarterback around the right side. Silvas is going to get into Tiger territory. Bonnie going to be brought down at the 45-yard line. Which will be short of the first down, but a third down and a manageable 4 coming up.
Tigers had that red.
After gain of 8.
He says he was able to break that first tackle.
46 yards on 9 carries for Silvas at quarterback. Send one wide receiver to the right side of the field. That's Julian Robledo. Handoff going to go over to Gardner on the left side. Gardner is going to get the first down. Bonnie going to be brought down inside the Tiger 40-yard line at the 39, a gain of 6 and a first down for the Monarchs. Certainly nothing special, just handing off over right tackle.
No, I said, ooh, because he went right by Padilla. Padilla there, like he didn't even see him. Went right at Padilla.
James Wilkes along the line at one defensive end spot. Or he's Padilla at the other defensive end. Joe Hernandez and Berto Sanchez at the tackles. Get the others for you in a moment. 1st and 10 from the Tiger 39 for the Monarchs. And it up over the left side to Olivas. He's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1. Back to the 40. It'll be a second down and 11.
Brandon Silva and Maurice Padilla in on the tackle for the Tigers.
20 yards on 6 carries for Giovanni Olivas. Had one 13-yard gain, and everything else has been short gains or losses. Second down and 11 for the Monarchs from the Tiger 40-yard line.
He stays back there. Olivas.
They can't hand off. Tripper by Silvas. And Silvas going to be dropped for a loss. Another loss of a yard. We have third down now and 12 back at the 41.
Silva had that red the whole time, right from the beginning. You know, the exchange between the center and the quarterback is so slow to.
Yeah, I agree.
It takes him such a long time to get up from under center. And that's just by design. I don't know. Maybe it's a timing thing.
Well, we saw, Ethan jump in there that one time for a big tackle and just taking the time for the snap to get to the quarterback. They hand out back to pass. Oh, the Tigers are going to sack him way back at midfield, right at midfield. The Tigers will sack the quarterback. And coming up with the tackle. Exactly. We were told to mention 22 tonight.
Yes, and he's not there. He's dead.
Yeah, what happened to him?
I seen him Sunday. He was over at the Memorial Sunday.
How did that go for Jesse?
Oh, that was awesome. That was such a good time there. I got to talk to all his sisters. I let them know.
Good, because we were out of town and I wanted to be there and just wasn't able to do it. Monarchs are going to have to punt it. Deep to receive. Joey Ramos standing at his own 20-yard line. Good snap down. The punter's going to try to run it. He's going to get to the 45-yard line. To the 40-yard line, he's going to be short of the first down. He's going to be dragged out of bounds hard at the 35-yard line. So he's going to come up about 7 yards short. The Tigers will have all 1st and 10, and he'll be at our own 37-yard line.
Yeah, you're not going to get around Ramos. Somebody hit him hard, though, after Ramos stood him up. Somebody hit him hard. I was hoping it wasn't a penalty.
Let's see. That's going to be a 12-yard gain for the punter, Leva. But it's 1st and 10 Tigers with 7:35 to go in the third quarter. And Jesus Padilla over the left side. Pulls his way across the 45-yard line. Looks to have a first down at the 48. Got it. 11-yard gain and a first down for Imperial. Boy, he has a ball covered that time. He wasn't messing around on that one.
I love that. He went back to wait, and then he put two hands on it. That's how Ryan Bonillas used to run his freshman year. And he can still catch. I wish he'd go back to that.
So 1st and 10 Tigers. Take the handoff. Going to throw it out to Ramos. Catches the ball in Monarch territory. Pulls his way. You know what he's fighting for? It never get him off his feet. He'll get to the 38-yard line. Another first down for the Tigers. A gain of a 14-yarder.
No, he puts a smile on my face. He is so tough. He refuses to go down. That was 3 Monarchs on him there. And he still came out of there. Out of bounds, so he came out. 7 minutes.
And off on the right side of Vasity gets hit behind the line of scrimmage. The flag is going to go down. Not sure what the call is going to be. There would be a loss on the play. Back to the 41.
He got away from Logan Smith, though. Smith had him in the backfield.
He plays tough.
Yeah.
Logan Smith, you watch him and just look at him. He's like a caged tiger wanting to get loose.
Face mask.
Yeah, face mask. We've been seeing a few face masks. And Padilla, not as tall, so if you're up around the shoulders, you're going to get a face mask if you don't get the shoulders. So it'll be a loss of 3, but then the penalty will give the Tigers. They're going to be a 5-yarder, so it saves us first down and 9 from the 37. And back to pass as Reed sets up, goes over the middle, going to complete it. A little bit behind him and hit immediately and brought down. His forward progress should get him to about the 35. It's going to be Jacob Gray. A gain of only a couple of yards, so second down now and 7 from the 35.
We have to take advantage of his speed. Jacobs is so fast. But they'll come behind him and then let the defender catch up to him.
Second down and 7 from the 35. And in motion, Bonillas to the near side. Fake the pitch it, or he's going to pitch it forward. Got a good block out in front, out to the 30-yard line to the 25, and let out of bounds right around the 21-yard line.
They bring us to 23 over there.
The far left? Yeah. He started the 21, he just moved it backwards to 23. So put it at the 23, gain of 12 yards on the first down for the Tigers.
He had the blockers. That's that weird guy.
Good play action fake, though, up front. And there was nobody on this side playing containment for the Monarchs. Back to pass is Reed. Dump it off to Ramos. Ramos breaks one tackle at the 15-yard line, still on his feet. Looking over to the far corner of the end zone. Turns the corner. Touchdown, Tigers.
Short.
Touchdown, Tigers. Woo!
You're making a catch him.
5:57 mark of the third quarter, and the Tigers are back to within 4 points.
Yeah, he took that one kid right in the middle of the field and went right around the right end for the score.
23-yarder on this touchdown. And for Joey, that is his 6th touchdown reception of the season. And for Jordan, his first touchdown pass of the night, his 10th of the season.
Wonderful.
Robles will come in for the extra point. Bonillas on the hole. The ball down. Kick is up. And it is good. With 5:57 to go in the third quarter of play, it's now the Monarchs 17 and the Tigers 14.
They're excited at German Floor Covering, and now they're offering discounts up to 30% off select styles of products. Kids, life, or pets, German Floor Covering has you covered with a water and stain-proof product ready for anything life throws at you. From now until September 30th, Shop Floor will make a donation to St. Jude's Children's Hospital for every lifeguard carpet sold. Visit German Floor Covering today in Imperial to see their Shop Floor gallery. And now, no interest, 30 months financing on approved credit.
Scoring drive for the Tigers, 6 plays, 63 yards, using a minute 40 seconds off the clock. Cap by the 23-yard touchdown pass from Jordan Reed to Joey Ramos. An extra point by Edgar Robles. And the Tigers now trail 17-14. Kickoff by Vasquez. Will go at the 15-yard line, out across the 20, then gets stood up and brought down hard at the 20-yard line.
Got to be Ethan.
Wow.
Has to be, yeah.
And he comes
up lifting
on the left ankle. Don't like seeing that. He's the leading tackler for the Tigers.
I hope it's a cramp. Yeah, he's laying down.
Maybe, okay, let's hope that's what it is.
He shouldn't have picked him up. That ball went straight up. That's a nice kick.
It was. Vasquez with 5 touchbacks this year. Kind of surprised we don't trying to go for the end zone. 25-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Monarchs. The Tigers by 3. Still this long count, and then penalty flag goes down. Illegal procedure against the Monarchs. Make it a 1st and 15 back at the 20.
I didn't see it. I seen us move out of the nose guard jump, but I didn't see that move.
So 1st and 15 now from the 20-yard line for the Monarchs. Tigers defensively, Ethan Ramos at one linebacker position. And now at the second linebacker, Manuel Pitones. Handoff goes to Gardner on the right side. Gardner gets hit hard at the end of the play, but he doesn't get across around to the 30-yard line, but at the 31, gain of 11. So 2nd and short coming up.
Damon Mesa, tackle for the Tigers. I can't find him. There he is.
And timeout on the field. With 5:36 to go in the third quarter of play, it's the Monarchs 17 and the Tigers 14.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending the players to special training. Now, through their fundraising efforts from the past and now, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They're always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers! Start your day off right with your favorite drink from Brickhouse Coffee, next door to Brickhouse Deli at the Lisa Tucker Center in Imperial. Brickhouse Coffee has so many drinks to choose from. Hot drinks, blended drinks, or cold drinks, including the best iced tea in the valley with lots of different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, Brickhouse Deli with big, bold, fresh flavors. The valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West Ayton Road in Imperial.
There's officials timeout as an injured Tiger is on the field, and they're asking for the paramedics to come out. So we're not sure who the player is. We don't want to get a wrong name and number. It's in front of the bench, but the Tiger player standing up obstructs our view, and so we're not able to see who the player is. So as soon as we find out, we will let you know.
Because that's why Gene was telling everybody to back away.
Okay.
Gene Martin was telling them, then these kids are praying over here. So it's got to be pretty bad.
Yeah. Well, and to ask for the paramedics within a minute of the injury, that's not a good sign. So we'll take a break right now. As soon as we find out who the injured player is, we will come back and tell you. 5:36 mark, third quarter. It's Monarch 17 and Imperial 14.
Day in and day out, your publicly owned Imperial Irrigation District proudly delivers low-cost, reliable energy service to its customers in the Imperial and Coachella Valley. When compared to other power providers, IID's residential, commercial, and governmental customers all save up to 50% on their monthly energy bills. That's because IID is committed to more than just delivering power. IID is committed to you. IID, where customers always come first.
No matter what you need to keep your home cool and comfortable, R&K Air Conditioning has it. From complete TempStar cooling systems to the latest in Wi-Fi capable thermostats, we have everything you need to stay comfortable. That's why you should make R&K Air Conditioning your first and only call for your cooling needs. Call 760-353-7570 or find us online at rkair.net. TempStar, quality you can feel.
Injured player still down for the Tigers. He still has his helmet on, and they are holding his neck. So maybe some injury around the shoulders or the neck, so they're not going to take any chances with the player. Still cannot see a number on him, and we haven't got anything from the field as yet. So injured player down for the Tiger football team after they battled back from a 17-7 halftime deficit to now a 17-14 game. And we do have an injured player by the Tigers, still unable to identify who the player is.
Damon. That's my grandson.
Okay.
Damon Mesa.
Okay, so Damon Mesa is the injured player for the Tigers. Floor San Edward are up in Julian tonight. They're usually here, sitting just to the right of us when we have the games, but they said they'll be listening in from Julian, so we welcome you to listening tonight. We have some updated scores.
Yeah, I'm just going to go for that.
Let's go for it.
Oh, look at Calipat over Desert Mountain, 14. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Tied up 14-14 the third.
Okay. Brawley out of Bermuda Dunes, Desert Christian Academy,
yes.
I think, is Bermuda Dunes.
It was a brand new school when I first moved back from there. We got Brawley and Cibola tied at halftime. Hopeville over Palo Verde, 28-27 at half.
Wow, there you go. Awesome. Kind of gives us an idea when the Tigers will host Palo Verde later in the year. Tigers had a big 4-touchdown win. Of course, it's a rivalry game.
Yes.
In the old days. Back in the days we're here playing.
Yeah. But you guys were better than we were.
Yeah.
Leather helmets, was it?
Yeah, with no face guards, huh?
What's the other one? I'm sorry. Christian over Central at half, 24-21.
Christian always was a good team. Oh, it is kind of interesting because Christian plays at Granite Hills High School, which is on Madison Street in El Cajon.
Right by your son.
Yeah, where Tommy and Rachel, the kids, used to live. And then if you go about 8 blocks east of that, you get to El Cajon Valley.
Oh,
and right. And so that's where Central's at. Central and El Cajon, or Central and Christian, and then who's playing El Cajon Valley tonight?
I had it right there.
Who it was now? Is it Vincent Memorial?
Yes, Vincent.
Okay.
That's
So Vincent Memorial playing El Cajon Valley.
Yeah.
And Vincent was leading 14-0 in the second quarter at last report on that one. And it was the Yuma and Southwest who get an update on that, 7-7, second quarter in that game. So it's going to be kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And Brawley, Cibola, halftime 7-7.
Just thought of something, and we were talking about going to Jesse Marcus's memorial on Sunday. Johnny Palma was here from the Dakotas.
Right.
Yeah, and his son is the trainer now here at Imperial for the first year. I had no idea until John told me, I wish I would have known. I would have got down and said hi to him.
Yeah, we saw him down there before the game, and he was real quick over to the injured player to see what they could do, and he was holding David Meza still so they could get the paramedics there and let them do their work. So they're still down on the field right now. Also want to send out some prayers and good thoughts to Mike Folks. His younger brother Robbie Folks passed away this week. I think Robbie was in the class of 79, I think.
79, yeah, correct, 79. Little Red.
So, yeah.
Good kid.
Good kid. Always seemed to have a smile on his face. And
they said he was such a good dad.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, we'll be up for Sunday. We're going to go up Sunday.
Okay, good. So he had a heart attack this week and passed away. So Robbie Folks, Imperial High School class of 79.
Just retired.
Did he really?
Oh, he was building a house in Kingman, Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're living in their travel trailer. When the park asked him to move just a hair because of the slide out, it was in the way of something. Went in to pull in the slide out. And his wife said, hey, I don't know what's taking so long. Goes in to check on him. Came out of the door.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So sad.
How sad. Just turned 58 years old. Just a week or two before.
Yeah.
So.
I think that was Saturday night, I think, because his dad was here. His brother, David Shaw, was here on Thursday for the freshman game, and then he went to watch Stephen and the varsity play last week.
Okay.
Got home Saturday.
Injured player still down for the Tigers, and it's Damon Meza, and they may be waiting to get an ambulance here, perhaps.
I think they are.
And so,
I've seen a bunch go out this, so they'll probably move the crowd right now.
Right. So, we're at the 5:36 mark of the third quarter. Monte Vista of Spring Valley holding on to a 17-14 lead over the Tigers, and we will be back here at Imperial High School in just a moment.
Start the day off right by having breakfast at Broken Yoke Cafe. Once again, voted best breakfast in the Imperial Valley by our customers. Thank you. Remember, Broken Yoke strives every day to bring you great service and great food. Still preparing everything fresh daily. Open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Log on to Broken Yoke Cafe and join the club or order your meal online. Broken Yoke Cafe on North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. I don't worry anymore about getting stranded with my car breaking down.
Why is that?
The automotive class I took at Imperial Valley College not only prepared me to fix my own car, it also prepared me for a new career in automotive repair.
I like the way you think. I've always wanted to become a welder.
Then check out these and other IVC career education classes at imperial.edu.
At Imperial High School, the Tigers trail the Monarchs 17-14 with 5:36 to go in the third quarter. An injury timeout on the field. An injured Tiger, Damon Meza, injured, and getting ready to put him on the backboard. Want to welcome from Talmadge, Ohio, Lee Elder with us tonight. Says 69 degrees there and no humidity. That's a nice night. It's a beautiful night here. Kind of tease around because we've had 100-degree temperatures now and again and all. But here in Imperial was very nice. In fact, we were able to open up the windows as the ambulance has now made it to the field here to take the ball player to El Centro Regional to check into him further. So they're moving the crowd out of the way so they can get the ambulance closer to the injured players down at about the 30-yard line.
No, we need to go tell somebody on the far side of the field to do something about that smoke because it's making me hungry.
It isn't it?
It smells so good.
Last week, you made fun of me. I had to try one. We first walked in at the stadium at Valley Center, and same thing, the smoke. Oh, my goodness, the burgers were cooking, and I had to go get a cheeseburger. They were nice. 78 degrees here tonight, though. Beautiful night for football.
Beautiful.
It really is.
We need a little breeze. Get rid of these gnats.
Yeah, the bugs are...
they're right here.
I want to open the windows up to enjoy that, but yeah, the bugs tonight, since there's hardly any breeze at all, except for the smoke that's heading toward us from the west side of the field that has the hamburger smoke.
So big.
So then they at least make it go a different direction and not horn in on us.
Then they're going to net that ambulance on the track, I don't think. The ambulance is here, but I don't think they're going to get it on the track.
Yes, they have a brand new track here, and that's indeed is going to be the case, I think. So they're going to move the player. They're bringing a gurney across now to the field, and they will load him up on the gurney and then take him to the ambulance. We'll have next Friday off, so we'll give you a Friday night away from Tiger football, and then we'll be back in 2 weeks at Brawley High School.
Speaking of that,
yes.
Next Friday, Cedric Thompson, that played for David Shaw, well, he was in California, went on to Minnesota, played for University of Minnesota, and then played in the NFL for
the Dolphins.
The Titans, Patriots, and then ended up with the Vikings. That's where he retired from.
Okay.
They're retiring his number in California.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
That's great. You like to see that.
Yeah, so that's going to be neat.
They're a good quality young man. And
he knew how to play.
He's great ball at Califishing. Like you said, he went to Minnesota with the Golden Gophers. Did outstanding there as defensive back and then going on to play NFL ball.
Yeah, he turned out to be such a great kid. Great kid.
Getting his number retired is next week, you said? Next Friday?
Next Friday in California, yeah.
Absolutely.
So I think some of the coaching staff from Imperial's going to be there.
Good. Who knows, maybe I might start taking you to driving to Calipatria and go to game next Friday.
I hope they do that for Roy. But you got to wait till his career starts.
Yeah, they will with Roy. You know they will. They'll have to.
Yeah.
Still playing with the Denver Broncos and starting for him. Averaging right around 5 yards a carry now in a couple of games.
I think he ended up with 10 carries, 59 yards last week.
Right.
Great kid. Great kid.
Yeah. He can never go wrong with the quality of player and young man that he is.
Yes, I tell people he's a better person than he is a football player.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Jonathan, I'm so happy they stay in touch. And speaking of Jonathan, I let you know we listened to his sermon on streamed it. They streamed it from the meat.
Back at Meat, Kansas.
Meat, Kansas. Yeah. And Trish and I watched that. And we had a smile on my face the whole time. I love listening to Jonathan preach.
My sister, Kyla Wilkinson, she came down to see her granddaughter for the first time. Her daughter Samantha had a little baby girl last month, and so Kyla came down to see. Well, we were going to go up and see the grandbaby and see Kyla while she was in San Diego. She only been for a few days. So we were on our way over to go see them and contacted Kyla, so you want us to bring some coffee to you? She said yes. So we found a coffee place in, what do they call it? It's east of Hillcrest area in San Diego. But the one she had found was full of people, no place to park. So we went around the block And here was James Coffee, Peggy's been to before. Not very many people, but no place to park, so we'll go around the block and see if we can find a place to park. So we go in, we find a place to park. I look down at the corner. It's an older part of San Diego, but I look at the corner, and Kansas is punched into the concrete there. And I told Peggy, I wonder when they did that. I mean, would it have been the 30s, the 20s? How long ago? Because this is an older part of San Diego. North Park? It was kind of around the North Park. Yeah, it was off of 805, west of 805, in south of El Cajon. But anyway, we see Kansas on there. And believe it or not, as we walked around the corner, at the same corner, the other street was Meade. It was Meade, Kansas. So I had to take a picture of the sign to send it to Jonathan and Nora and say, hey, we're at Meade, Kansas. We're not with you guys, we're at Meade in Kansas. But how weird is that?
Yeah.
So we got our coffee and took it out and saw the baby. And Angel player, as we mentioned, we believe it's Damon Meza, and he's being taken off now. The cheers you can hear from the crowd here on the Imperial side. He will be taken to ECRMC, and if we get any updated reports on him, we'll certainly pass those on to you. But he's going to take a couple of moments to get warmed up again, as it's a little cooler evening, and there's been no activity now for probably about a half an hour. So they're going to go ahead and do that. As I mentioned, we're going to be in Brawley 2 weeks from tonight as we bring into October Friday night football, and then we'll be home against Calexico. I believe that is homecoming. And then a week after that, on the 18th, we'll go to Central to take on the defending IBL champion Spartans, and then back home for the final 2 regular season games on October 25th against Southwest and the Johnny Romero Fireman's Helmet game, and then the final regular season game will be November 1st as we'll host Palo Verde in that game. So that kind of gives you an idea of the rest of the schedule for the Tigers, and hopefully we'll continue that on the 8th somewhere in the playoffs.
That would be awesome. I hope so. I hope we get that opportunity. We got a pretty good team. You just can't put it together.
That's the problem. We've just had little mistakes. That right now, I guess we said at the beginning of the program that the Tigers could just as easily be 4-0 as they are 1-3.
Okay. 36-27, Hopeville over Palo Verde.
Over Palo Verde, yeah. We'll see those Yellow Jackets here in Imperial November 1st and the regular season finale.
Cibola over Brawley in the 13-7.
Wow.
Good game there.
A very good game. You know, Cibola is beating Brawley now by a touchdown or less. Same with us. And they've played the local teams really close. So, and in Eda Ridge, same thing. Eda Ridge has won their games against the Valley Schools. They've all been really close.
Yeah. That's what we're talking about. That. I think the Central Brawley and us.
I think it's the league championship's going to come down to Central, Brawley, and Imperial, not necessarily in that order, but those 3 schools. And it's going to be interesting right out the bat. First game out of the box, it's Imperial and Brawley.
Yeah. Usually the second to last game.
And many times, we pointed this out in the past, many of the times, the visiting team has won that game with Imperial and Brawley.
Yes.
I think we went 6 years in a row the visiting team won. When the game was played in Brawley, Imperial won. When the game was called in Imperial, Brawley won.
Yep.
This year it's in Brawley. We hope that happens again.
Awesome if that could happen.
So we hope that happens. When we restart here, it'll be second down and 4 from about the 31-yard line for the Monarchs, who have actually gone down onto the field and sat on the field to try to do some stretches and warm up. I think it's the only time they will see real grass all season.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Think about that, because they play on the tartan turf, whatever you want to call it, plastic stuff that they play on in virtually every game in San Diego anymore. I think Granite Hills is the last one that I remember that changed over, and that was just a few years ago. But yeah, that's the only time that I think that they see a grass field all season long. That's got to be different for you.
Yeah. You know what scares me is you watch the pro games, and when those guys run, you see those little rubber or whatever.
Pellets that comes up. Yeah.
You gotta get that in your eyes.
You would think so, yeah, and with the sweat sticking to you.
And the dust, it's got to put on some kind of a dust.
I think the first time I saw that on TV, it to me it was almost like an illusion. It's like, all right, what is that dust that goes up in the air and it disappears immediately, you know? But that's what it is. It's little tiny pieces of rubber, I think is what we looked at one time. And that's what gets in there, and I guess it keeps it as softer as you go down, but still can't be like playing on grass. Grass has got to be a lot better than that.
James Ponce in the backfield. I was just looking at that for the Tigers defensive backfield.
So we're about ready to restart this one. Monarchs 17, Tigers 14, 5:36 to go in the third quarter. The Monarchs with the ball first, or correction, second down and 4 from their own 31-yard line. They'll send one wide receiver to the left side of the field, and as we mentioned, along their line, they are shoulder to shoulder. From left tight end all the way to right tackle. And on second back up, Gardner. Gardner's going to be stood up at the line of scrimmage. He might get a yard out of it, but nothing more. It'll be a third down and 5 from the 32.
Maurice, Padilla, and Brandon Silva making the stop for the Tigers.
16 tough carries by Isaiah Gardner, good for 118 yards, 56 of that on a touchdown early in the game. Third down and about 4
Man, if we
from
could
the
get a
32.
stop right here.
Tigers hunkering down. Quarterback keeper up the middle. Still has the ball and keeps his feet under him and gets out across the 45-yard line to about the 47. Good job there by Ruben Silva to keep his feet under him and then to get the yardage too. Be good for 15 yards on a quarterback keeper.
Yeah, that was like a scrum, like you mentioned earlier. That's like a scrum, and all of a sudden he pops out of that big old group of men. Brian Bonillas ended up taking him down after he got the first down.
So first and 10 for the Monarchs from their own 47. Quick pitch out to the right side to Gardner. Gardner's going to be hit behind the line of scrimmage.
Wow.
He'll twist his way to get positive yardage, or what could have been a loss of a yard. He'll get a gain of 2. It'll be a second down and 8 from the 49.
The Beast got him. I thought he had it for a loss.
He did look like he had it for a yard loss, and somehow Gardner broke loose and then turned into a 2-yard gain. Another time we see the quarterback for an opposing team who runs to the sideline to get the play and then runs back.
Look how skinny he is.
He is. He's good at that too, yeah. That's a tight darts, tight feathers on his ankles, make him into a dart.
Same thing. Right up the
Big quarterback up the middle, and what he does is he gets a push from Gardner from behind. Now to get him into Tiger territory at the 48-yard line, it'll be a gain of 4. So
that backfield just pushes from behind.
Will be a third down and about 7 from the 49-yard line of the Tigers. Gain of a couple on that one.
There he is.
So third down and about 7 from the Tiger 49. Take the handoff, back to pass to Silva. On the right side, has a little bit of room to run. He's going to be shoved out of bounds, shy of the first down. Just shy of the 45-yard line. They're going to put it at the 46, a gain of 3, for the 4th and 4 coming up.
Okay, no flag.
Monarchs.
I thought we had jumped.
Well, it looked like he had enough to get the first down, and the Tigers converted it in a hurry.
Yeah, that was Andrew Luna.
So 4th down and 4, short 4.
Yeah, short 4.
From the Tiger 46. There's big guys along the line. Ronald Berry, Angel Villanueva, Brandon Narvaez, Jared Reinhold, and Manny Levi, and then they've been pushing the Tigers around the initial line. Pitch out to the left side. Going to get the first down, keeps his feet, and now he's to the 35-yard line, to the 30, to the 25, to the 15, and they're going to be brought down inside the 15. He's hard to bring down.
Oh, Silva finally ran him down.
Then it looked like there would have been maybe no gain at all on that, and then he just broke through and continues down to the 13-yard line and a gain of 33 yards.
I thought they had it about short of the first down.
I did too. Turns into a 33-yarder. The Monarchs are first and 10 from the Tiger 13-yard line. So the quarterback under center. Hands it off to the right side to Olivas, and Olivas breaks some tackles, still on his feet to the 5-yard line. It's a touchdown for the Monarchs. Olivas, this would not be denied that time, and the Monarchs are increasing their lead now to 23-14.
That was all Olivas there. They had him stopped twice, maybe even 3 times.
You're right.
He just broke tackles. He was not going to be denied. Good strong run by Olivas.
So coming in for the extra point attempt, And a 39-yard field goal earlier in the game. Anthony Limon, a senior, 5'10" and 180. Silva on the hole, the quarterback. And it looks like they're minus one player, so one Monarch.
Yeah.
Racing as fast as he can go to get to the right side. And ready to go. And the ball is down. The kick is up. And it's good. However, penalty flags, I think it's going to be a legal procedure. Offside Tigers. So will they take the point off the board and go for two, or will they just keep the point? It looked like it was good.
Yeah, it was good.
That's what I thought. I think they're wise in leaving that point on. No, they're going to go for two. They're going to take that point off and go for two from the yard and a half.
Yeah. Yeah, the quarterback came in. Ruben Silva.
So Silva will stay in at quarterback. And will he just do a quarterback keeper and push him like they've been doing?
Yeah, that'd be the thing to do.
And that's exactly what they're going to do. And it's a scrum, and I think he's going to make it in. Haven't seen the call yet.
Good.
It is good. So 7 to go in the third quarter of play. It's now the Monarchs 25 and the Tigers 14.
For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has helped different clubs and sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way, keeping your kids busy with school activities. Their members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, please contact Betty or Larry at 760-355-1312. That's 355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
On the scoring drive for the Monarchs, 8 plays, 75 yards, using 3 minutes and 13 seconds off the clock, and finish it up with a 13-yard touchdown run by Giovanni Olivas. And the extra 2-point conversion by their quarterback, Ruben Silva. It's a 25-14 Monarch lead. Deep to receive for the Tigers. Ryan Bonias on the far side. Joey Ramos on the near side. Brandon Deasy kicking off. Could be a little pooch kick. Tigers are going to catch at the 40-yard line. The Tonas will get across the 45-yard line to about the 47. And the Tigers will have good field position at their own 47-yard line.
Don't know why you don't put more green between them. The starting position for a team to go, more green, like they say.
Yeah. And that's,
why would you do this?
I don't know either.
I don't like
I mean, we have been getting decent returns, but they haven't been across the 35-yard line. And when you get to the 35, and Tigers are the ball to 47. We'll take it, though.
I was looking for Tanner Travis. I still don't see him back out here yet. I hope he's okay.
So from the 47-yard line, back to pass Jordan Reed. Goes over to the far side. Is tripped up again. Two receivers in the vicinity. Both Ryan Bonias and Brenton Adams were in the same vicinity, and Brenton kind of tripped over Gardner, his defensive back, and his teammate Bonias. The ball's incomplete. It'll be a second down and 10. That's stopped 5 in a row by Jordan Reed in completions. Second down and 10. And off on the left side, Padilla breaks some tackles to the 40-yard line. Still on his feet. Finally going to be brought down at the Monarch near the 30-yard line. And, man, what a piece that little guy is.
I like the way he came up.
That was good.
4 foot tall, but he's tough.
They're going to put the ball
strong
right at the 30-yard line.
Yep, right.
So give him a gain of 23 on that one. He has 50 yards in the game. On 8 carries and a touchdown. Ball's fumbled on the snap. Snaps it out. You talk about Joey not missing anything, but that one goes through the hands of Joey Ramos at the 25-yard line. I think he was getting ready to run before he got the ball.
He did. Nobody around him.
There was nobody around him. Ball was incomplete.
Jordan Reed got hit after the toss.
But he got out quickly. Second down and 10, hand it off to Padilla. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard. I was going to say right at the line of scrimmage, no gain. So third down and 10 from the 30.
Yeah, they played that he went on the long run for. They had that one right.
Tigers had 3 wide receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. The deal will be to the right side of Reed, who is in the shotgun. It goes back to pass. Sets up in the pocket. So to the far side. Going to get it to Ramos, first down and out of bounds at the 17-yard line. 13-yard gain, the first down for Imperial.
Nice. Yeah, he hit him as soon as he made his cut to the outside.
And we'll put Ramos now as all-time leading receiver in yards. That should pass it. The 13-yarder. And off to Padilla at the middle. Padilla's going to get nowhere. Just no place at all. Logan Schmidt binds that one up. Be a loss of a yard. Second down and 11 from the 18.
4 big old boys on him, and he's still standing up.
He got really strong legs and lower body. Padilla listed at 5'6" and 180. Very strong. Man.
Very strong. Very strong.
Back to passes Reed. Looks for Ramos. Going to get completed. Ramos makes the catch. He's at the 10 to the 5 and brought down up the 5-yard line. Great job, Joey Ramos.
You see that?
Wow.
He goes up, jumps for that ball, right at the sideline with the defender on him, breaks away from him, and then took 2 guys to bring him down.
Wow. One of those where you see it, you don't believe it.
No.
And then kept his speed and got extra yards. First to goal, Tigers from the 5.
I thought he was falling out of bounds after the catch.
The to the left side of Reed. Ball to the left hash mark. Make the handout. Go back. A little flare pattern in the end zone. Touchdown, Joey Ramos. Ramos with a 5-yard touchdown pass. And the Tigers have closed the lead to 25-20.
Beautiful. Beautiful. What hands. What hands. The defender's right on top of him, face guarding him, but he never turned back. The defender never turned back.
Soft hands to get up in the air, too. Yeah. Really soft hands.
He's impressive.
He really is.
I sure hope he does go somewhere.
If you haven't seen him play in person, you really need to do it. He is going to be ending up his career as the all-time leading receiver in virtually all the major categories in Imperial High School.
Yeah, we're here to watch.
And he's deserved it. He really has done a good job. There is a timeout call by the Tigers. We're going to think about this 2-point possible attempt with 35 seconds to go in the third quarter. It's the Monarchs 25 and the Tigers 20.
Dayton Express in Imperial is your one-stop convenience store with full-service car wash, gas, and diesel. It's a place for all your snacks, cold drinks, and ice-cold beer. And if you're throwing a party, kegs, wine, and champagne. Everything you need at one convenient location. While you're there, get your vehicle washed and save the buck with 8 gallons of gas or diesel and get the 10th car wash free. Yes, Dayton Express is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Highway 86 and Ayton Road in Imperial.
We'll stay here at the stadium as the Tigers getting ready to break huddle. May go for 2 right now. They're down by 5 after that last 2-point conversion by the Monarchs. The Tigers look like they're going to go for 2. Yeah, they're going to get Brandon Silva in. They're going to have Manuel Patonis in as a blocking back, and then Jesus Padilla at the tailback slot. From the shotgun, Reed hands off Padilla at the middle. Padilla's going to get stopped short of it. He just tries to get the extra drive, but it's just not going to make it. So with 35 seconds remaining in the third quarter, it's the Monarchs 25 and the Tigers 20.
When it comes to Mexican food, El Zarape in Imperial does it right. From their special quesadillas, served the way you like it, deep fried with cheese, and you add the fillings to tacos, burritos, enchiladas, and more. There's daily specials, too. The food is great, and the service is even better. And don't forget to reserve your tamales for the holidays. El Zarape, located at 139 South Imperial Avenue in Imperial. Open Monday through Saturday.
On the scoring drive for the Tigers, 8 plays, 53 yards, as we mentioned, that short kickoff. That short field for the Tigers and 53 yards there for the team touchdown. Got by the 5-yard touchdown pass. Jordan Reed to Joey Ramos. Second time they've teamed up in the second half for touchdowns. And the kickoff bounce around. The Tigers make it great ball on this one. It's a scrum to try to get it about the 23-yard line. And not sure. I think the Monarchs are somehow going to come up at the bottom of that one. But it bounced in a weird way towards the sidelines, and the Tigers just didn't get there quick enough. Yeah, the Monarch that is down on the field.
Yeah, the up man for the Monarchs didn't even look at it. It just hit right behind him. He actually didn't hit him Well, now we got a Monarch.
And we got a Monarch down at about the same exact spot.
Yeah.
That Major was at. Almost exactly. Got some scores.
I just got an update right now. Hopeville over Palo Verde, 51-33.
Wow.
Can you believe that? They're putting up some points. We got Cibola over Brawley in the third, 13-7. Calapat over Desert Christian, 15-14 in the third. And then the one was here, of course, 25-20. Monarchs over the Tigers. Looks like we
can't tell who the Monarch player is. Don't have numbers on their shoulders either. And so he's going to get up and be brought to the sideline. And the injured player is Davis Langfeld, who's their deep player on the kickoffs. And he is
only a sophomore.
Yeah, making his way to the far sideline under his own powers. That's good to see. And the Monarchs have the ball first and 10. And they will have the football at their own 24-yard line. Tigers need a big stop right now.
Right now. Right now, that's when we need it. Get some momentum going. This decision we were in last week and gave it away.
Yeah.
They will return the favor. That's the only deal. I was looking for Tanner earlier on the sidelines, and it still has to come out. Hoping to see him in the street clothes, but he has to come back out here.
Yeah. I was getting some injuries.
Oh, yeah.
As you mentioned, Stephen Shaw's been playing really well.
Real well. Very well.
Out for the game with a slight concussion. Hopefully back for the ball game.
He would have played. He would have played.
He wanted to. I know that.
No, he kept calling me. I said, I'm not getting in the middle of your mom and dad. He wanted me.
On the play, and the Monarchs are going to dive on it back around the 17 or 18-yard line. That was a pitch that just there was nobody there to get the pitch.
No.
It's going to be recovered.
Number 4.
Yeah, don't have a 4.
Don't have a 4
Don't show one on there. So it's going to be all the way back, though. They're going to put the ball at the 18-yard line. It has loss of 6. So first down now, it's 16 back at the 18.
Yeah. Got to take advantage of it.
And that'll be the end of the third quarter play. The score, Monte Vista 25 and Imperial 20.
They're excited at German Floor Covering, and now they're offering discounts up to 30% off select styles of products. Kids, life, or pets, German Floor Covering has you covered with a water and stain-proof product ready for anything life throws at you. From now until September 30th, Shop Floor will make a donation to St. Jude's Children's Hospital for every lifeguard carpet sold. Visit German Floor Covering today in Imperial to see their Shop Floor Gallery. And now, no interest 30-month financing on approved credit.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football teams with much-needed equipment and sending the players to special training. Now, through their fundraising efforts from the past and now, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They're always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
Can we update the scores when we have a moment? I think we just got some, maybe.
Southwest. I forgot who they were playing. I'm sorry. Elkhorn Valley, right? Yuma.
Right, Yuma High School.
Yeah, they're tied up 7-7 in the fourth. Hopefully, we just mentioned over Palo Verde in the third, 51-33. The full third. Go ahead.
Silva. Still line of scrimmage. Gets the hand up to Gardner, but it's going to be another loss of another yard back to the 17-yard line. Good defensive penetration by the Tigers.
Number 55, I think he's a sophomore. Ty Bishop. First time we call his name today. He was excited. He was. Look who's going now. 20 is on his way out. Isaiah Gardner.
And he's limping on a left ankle. Third down now and 17 from back at the 17. And Gardner has 152 yards and 19 carries and a touchdown. He has been the majority of the offense for this Monte Vista.
Yes, he has. Very strong kid. Good time for that rollout to the open field over there.
Olivas comes in and replaces him.
Oh, fuck.
Fumble. And then Silva's picked it up, and Silva's going to get a little bit of yardage, but not much. And the Tigers defense going to hold. We said the Tiger defense needed to, and they came up big. It gets to the 23-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, but with fourth down now at about 11, they're going to have to punt it.
Ty Bishop with his second tackle. 5'9", 204 sophomore. Big for the freshman last year.
Joey Ramos is at the Monarch 45-yard line. He'll move back a little bit around midfield. Low snap. Punt's going to get off. Pretty decent one. Under the circumstances, Ramos is going to catch it. He hits immediately, and they'll stop the play at about the 53-yard line.
Never got it down.
There's no reason, though, to make a point to get him off the ground.
No.
And it was good that the whistle goes off, players let go, and that's the way you do it. So the Tigers break field position once again. They're going to be at the Monarch 50, or make a 40-yard line. 43, right? First and 10 at the 48. 10:47 to go in the game. Tigers trailing it by just 5. Jordan Reed at quarterback. Has the D to his right side. Goes back to passes Reed. Sets up in the pocket. Finds nobody. Going to get tackled from behind and brought down. Be a loss back to the 48-yard line. They get a loss of 5. Second down at 15.
Lamont Jenkins got a cutter from behind for a loss.
So we just got to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Save the yardage.
Yeah.
Throw it away.
There's nothing there. Just get rid of it.
Set now for 13 minus yards in this game. Second down at 15, Tigers from the Monarch 48. 2 wide receivers each side of the field. Reed back to pass. Sets up. Goes a quick look at Brenton Adams, and you just know where to go. To get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of a yard to the 47, but a 3rd and 14 coming up for the Tigers.
Another injury. Oh, I think it's a cramp.
It's a cramp,
yeah.
Yeah, it's Gardner. It's his left ankle. You remember he was hopping along with his left ankle, and now he's holding the left ankle, and he's not happy.
He's not happy.
He's getting up on his own, but he is limping hard on that left ankle. You just don't like seeing that. I know he's a tough player and wants to keep playing, but you don't want to injure that worse.
Yeah, he's upset.
For Brenton Adams, that's his second catch of the night for 24 yards.
They did the same route on both sides. Little curl back. Both wide receivers did the same thing.
3rd and 14 Tigers. Back to pass is Reed. Sets up in the pocket. It's hit as he was getting ready to throw it. It's picked up by Logan Schmidt along the near sideline. They're finally going to get him out of bounds at the 8, but apparently the ball was hit before he was able to go forward. It's the second fumble of the night for the Tigers, and ruined a great opportunity to try to take the lead. And now the Monarchs are going to have the ball 1st and 10 inside the Tiger 20-yard line at the 18-yard line.
I didn't get to see that. I was watching the receivers on the left side of the field there, on the far end.
Well, as soon as his arm, before it was able to come forward, he was hit from behind. It snapped forward, and he just didn't see the rush coming from behind him. So it's a 1st and 10 Monarchs from the Tiger 18. Hand it off, second back through, twisting his way and getting some positive yardages to Olivas. He'll get down to about the 14, a gain of 4, so second down at 6.
It looks like Gardner's on the sideline, just stretching out a cramp. Oh, no, that's not Gardner, that's somebody else. Gardner's on the bench.
It's hate to see that.
Olivas.
And again to Olivas. He twists his way around, but the Tigers are going to hold him, and he'll get maybe a couple of yards on it. That'll be a 3rd down. They'll put the ball at the 11-yard line. So 3rd down at about 3.
Looks like Ethan Ramos. Okay, what?
So 3rd down and 3 from the 11-yard line. Monarchs. Primary running.
Somebody jumped. Yeah, somebody jumped. I was going to say, somebody jumped.
Yep. Illegal procedure against the Monarchs.
Oh, we needed that.
That'll make it back to a 3rd and 8 and bring it back to the 16-yard line. In a relatively penalty-free game. The Tigers had that one big personal foul penalty. Other than that, it's just been 5-yard illegal procedure outside.
Yes, sir. Start the shot.
So it's a 3rd down and 8 for the Monarchs from the Tigers' 16-yard line. Silva, quarterback, quick pitch to the right side to Olivas, breaks one tackler, breaks the second, not going to break the third though, and he'll be tackled behind the line of scrimmage, back around the 22-yard line. That'll be a loss of 6. It'll be a 4th down and 14 from the 22.
Oh, Luna read that from the beginning. He was as soon as he grabbed the pitch, he was on him. Slowed him down, and then Ethan Ramos finished him off. Good move?
Good from there. Of course, you barely reached last time. They're going to try it. They're going to put this down at the 20, not the 27 or 28, make it 29-yard line. So this is another 39-yarder.
Gardner just came in.
Got one earlier from 39. And it's going to be Anthony Amone trying for a second one. Silva on the hold. Good snap. Ball is down. Kick is up. It's not going to make it. It'll barely reach the end zone. And it'll go no good. So with 7:34 to go in the ball game, Monarchs 25, Tigers 20. So offense gave up some room, but the defense stopped them again. 2 stops in a row.
Stop right here.
And
now we got to take our time all the way down the field, use up some clock, and go score.
so 1st and 10 Tigers. They'll be at their own 22-yard line.
I can't believe they have Gardner in there.
He wants to play, that's for sure.
Well, they need to pick on him. I hope the coaches see that. He could barely run onto the field.
Reed back to pass. Little flare pattern, catches it by Joey Ramos to the 50-yard line to the 45. He'll be brought down to the Monarch 40-yard line. 1st down Tigers.
Really?
On a long one to Joey Ramos.
Beautiful pass by Jordan Reed. Made up for that fumble there.
38-yarder on that one to Reed. From Reed to Ramos. Wow.
Beautiful.
That was pretty.
Beautiful.
Joey never slowed down.
Never slowed down.
Never.
In stride right there.
Monarch 40-yard line, 1st and 10 Tigers. Heading up to Padilla. Penalty flag goes down. Some movement. And it's movement on the Tigers side. 5-yard penalty, make it a 1st and 15. Bring it back to the 45-yard line.
Number 5, John.
Oh, and it was open. It was open. Padilla got the head up over right tackle. They were not expecting that. And he had some room to run. But the penalty flag will annul it. 166 yards passing by Jordan Reed on the night. It's great in the second half. Pass over the middle to Ramos. Ramos catches it at the 40-yard line, then going to be stopped and brought backwards. We'll see where they're going to say the forward progress. I thought it was up at the 40-yard line. As he was trying to, yeah, for the 43, it's only going to be a gain of a couple. It'll be a 2nd down and 13 from the 43. Guess he was still trying to fight for yardage and only got the 2 yards out of it. Back to pass is Reed. Under heavy rush. Dumps it out. Got to complete the pass to Jacob Gray. Gray breaks the tackle at the 40 on the 35. To the 30, still on his feet. Finally going to be brought down to the 30. Close to a 1st down. Let's see where they're going to mark this at.
Just short of the 40. Or no, he's
right on the 30-yard line. If you look at the chains on the far side, they're right at the 30, so they may have to bring the chains out and mark this one. Great job by Jacob Gray to catch the ball and then get the extra yardage, and maybe has a 1st down. No, but he's got the 1st down. As referee Gene Martin points, 1st down. Great job, Jacob Gray.
That was all Jacob right there. I'm telling you, he's so quick. I don't know why they don't use him more.
Oh, yeah. For Jacob, that's his 2nd catch of the night. 12th in the second half. Back to pass is Reed. As a receiver wide open, Clinton Adams catches it. 5 touchdowns. Tigers. Whoa! Jordan Reed with a beautiful catch to Brenton Adams, and the Tigers are in the lead, 26-25.
Wow. Pretty. The defender stopped. And that's Brenton all by himself. Beautiful. I'm glad Jordan got to see that. Comes open.
Great job, pitch and catch from Reed to Adams, and the Tigers are up 26-20. 6:13 to go. Tigers are 0 for 2. Jesus Padilla will line up to the left side of Jordan Reed, who goes up and yells something at his lineman and goes back into the shotgun. Reed. The fumble. It's going to be a fumble and cannot be advanced as the Monarchs will recover, so it goes no good. With 6:13 to go in the ball game, it's the Tigers 26 and the Monarchs 25.
Start your day off right with your favorite drink from Brickhouse Coffee, next door to Brickhouse Deli at the Lisa Tucker Center in Imperial. Brickhouse Coffee has so many drinks to choose from. Hot drinks, blended drinks, or cold drinks, including the best iced tea in the Valley with lots of different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, Brickhouse Deli with big, bold, fresh flavors. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West Ayton Road in Imperial.
And the kickoff by the Tigers. Velasquez will kick it all the way back to the 3. After the 10-yard line, breaks a couple of tackles, still on his feet as they'll leave this out across the 20. Oh, the Tigers, I think, have it. I think the Tigers have the fumble recovery. Tigers do recover it.
We got it. I don't know who got it. I don't know who picked it up.
Not sure who has it, but there's a lot that we're congratulating.
66?
I don't see a 66 on the board.
65, maybe. Oh, 65.
65, okay. And so with the fumble recovery, Daniel Mendenhall.
Oh, JV player.
JV player comes up to recover the fumble, and the Tigers have the football at the Monarch 21-yard line. First and 10.
6:04. Taking over.
So first and 10 Tigers with 6:04 to go in the ball game. And off the D up the middle. If he puts his head down, we'll get a couple of yards out of it. And stacked up just inside the 20-yard line to about the 19. They gain up a couple. Second down and 8.
Yes, we got Wolfgang Horner on the front line, along with Kai Bishop, 2 sophomores up there right now.
Second and 8 from the 19 of the Monarchs. Tigers with the football. Back to pass is Reed. Good protection. Gets the pass. Get it completed. Penalty flag goes down. Maybe a pass interference.
Yeah.
Joey Ramos gets the catch, and as soon as he catches it, a flag went down, and I believe it's going to be pass interference against the Monarchs.
Number 6.
Ball was caught. Oh, 16-yard line. Oh, they're going to call it against the Tigers. Wow, so
kick.
Perhaps that's what it is, a kick. Wow. That's going to be a big penalty, bringing the ball back to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to run. We need to use up some of that clock, but that's a lot of...
So second down now, and 23 from the 34.
Okay, he's going to come tell Coach Gary.
And I don't think Kerry's going to take this too well. Just saying it out loud. Martin explaining to him, and
Christian.
Kerry nods his head. Okay, I understand.
Christian over Central final 31-28.
Wow, good ball game up at Granite Hills High School in El Cajon. Christian High of El Cajon comes up with Central with 2 losses now.
Yeah. Ooh, Hopeville 51-41 now, Father Verde.
Wow. Back to pass is Reed. Little screen pass. Going to catch it. Joey Ramos. Joey breaks 1 tackle. Can't break the second, though he gets back to the 30-yard line. But nothing more than that. A gain of 4. They get the 31 and a gain of 3. So a third down at 20 from the 31. Oh, that looked like it might have been something shaping up.
Yeah.
Didn't quite do it.
That number 5 held on to Xavier Leva. They held on and would not let it go until this help got there. Really little screen.
Tigers over 200 yards passing tonight for Jordan Reed. It goes back to pass. A little screen pass. And again, it's a Brennan Adams, but he runs right into Logan Schmidt, and he's going nowhere. He waited on that. He's a smart ball player, and he waited for that to happen. And the Tigers get only a yard out of it, so fourth down now and 19 from the 30, and they'll have to go for it at that point.
The good thing is the clock keeps running.
Good catch, or good one by Brennan Adams. That's his first reception of the night. Good for a yard.
Okay, they're going to let that clock run down, and then they're going to find.
Jordan Reed, hands on his knees. The Tigers may call timeout. They're going to call timeout after they get some clock ran down. Kerry Leggero 47 to go in the ball game. It's the Tigers 26, the Monarchs 25.
Start your day off right with your favorite drink from Brickhouse Coffee, next door to Brickhouse Deli at the Lisa Tucker Center in Imperial. Brickhouse Coffee has so many drinks to choose from: hot drinks, blended drinks, or cold drinks, including the best iced tea in the valley with lots of different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, Brickhouse Deli with big, bold, fresh flavors. The valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West Dayton Road in Imperial.
Tigers have a broke their huddle with head coach Kerry Laguerre. Now they have done so. The Monarchs in their white and crimson uniforms waiting on defense. The Tigers big 4th down and 19 from the 30-yard line of Monte Vista.
Ryan's got this. Ryan's going to tee it up.
Ryan Velasquez will come in.
He's got a big foot.
And he does. He has 5 touchbacks this year. Just had a kickoff that went into the 2. He's going to line this up for a 47-yard field goal attempt. Ryan Bonillas on the hole. Good snap. Ball is up in the air and to the right. He hooked it way to the right. No good. So the ball will be at the 20-yard line, and the Monarchs will have the ball 1st and 10, trailing the Tigers by just 1.
Oh.
That's right. They just kind of sputtered.
Yeah. That was a bad snap.
It was a
blow. It bounced. Took Ryan a little bit, put it on the tee. That would have been awesome to see that.
Yeah, it would have. Would have been experience for Velasquez, too, if he could have done it.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10 Monarchs.
Right now.
They're on 20-yard line. Tigers defense has to step up big again.
Yeah. And Gardner's not running this.
Yeah, no, he's in the line. Fumble. But Silva picks it up and runs around the right side. He's going to get hit and brought down around the 25-yard line. Be a gain of 5 yards for the play.
4:20.
It fumbled the snap, though, on that. So it'll be a 2nd down and 5 from the 25.
What? Joey Ramos.
Silva, 62 yards on 17 carries for the Monarchs. Clock down to 3:33 to go in the game and running. Monarchs trail the Tigers by 1. Silva under center, takes the snap, hands off to Gardner over the right side. Gardner drives his way for a couple, but yeah, you're right. He just doesn't have the push that we saw earlier. Let's see how he gets up after this, too. But he gets up slow. He does. But he stays in the lineup. A gain of a couple. 3rd down and 3 from the 27.
72, so Maurice, Padilla, and Luis Amarillas.
Big play for the Tigers defense, right? Big play.
Straightforward. Got it.
And it's going to be close. Not sure if he got to the 30. Let's see. It depends on where the football is at.
The clock.
They have not marked where the ball is, and he is short of it. He is short. If they put where the football was down at, he's going to be short of the 1st down mark. No, they're going to say he's there. I don't know. It looked to me like he was about a foot short of where the football was at, but his head barely got across the line. They're going to say his forward progress gives him the 3 yards, and it's a 1st and 10 for the Monarchs.
Roll the clock.
Wow. 157 yards on 21 carries for Gardner.
Pass.
Back to pass to Silva. Rolls out to his right.
Oh.
Ball's back and throws. Intercepted. Joey Ramos with the interception in midfield. Still on his feet. You get to the 35-yard line to the Monarch 44. And the Tigers have the football 1st and 10.
I think they probably have all their timeouts. Yeah, they have 3 timeouts.
The Tigers have the ball 1st and 10 at the Monarch 44-yard line. I believe that's their first turnover of the night.
Yeah, he shouldn't have thrown that.
No. He was falling backwards, off balance.
Yeah.
And just after they got a 1st down, it's not a smart play on that.
That's why I don't like quarterbacks playing defense right there. You lose your legs.
Yeah. Especially late in the game like this, yeah. 2:10 to go, and the Tigers lead by 1. 1st and 10 at the Monarch 44. Reed gets the snap, fumbles it, and the Monarchs recover at the 46. It was a high snap. Reed tried to bring it down to Padilla, and it's fumbled, and the Monarchs recover at the 47-yard line. Oh, that hurt.
Shoot.
That hurt.
Oh, we can't keep shooting ourselves in the foot like that.
We could have ran the clock out on that drive right there. We could have ran the clock out.
Come on.
So with 2:05 to go, the Monarchs have new life. First and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
I don't know if it was that exchange or if that was a read.
That's a high snap, and he couldn't get the ball fast enough, and just couldn't get a hold of it good. First and 10. Going to throw it. Incomplete. Penalty flag goes down.
Now, why didn't he call it?
Flag goes down. Stopping the clock with 1:59 to go.
That should have been this. The other guy's called it. Hold on.
Maybe a hold.
On them?
Maybe a defensive hold, maybe. Referees are talking it over right at midfield on the far side.
Yeah, Joey had it was all over him.
Tigers are moving back. I think it's going to go against Imperial. We'll be pass interference against Imperial. So we'll move the ball into Tiger territory now with 1:59 to go, and the Tigers leading by 1. They started marking that off, not from the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Scrimmage.
You get it from the spot of the bell.
Right. You got to get it back to the 46. So this will put it inside the 40-yard line. It'll be marched off and will be placed at the 39-yard line. First and 10 Monarchs. 39, and they've got a guy that can kick a 39-yard field goal possibly.
That hurt.
Boy, everything changed around in a hurry after Ramos' interception. A fumble and now a 15-yard penalty. First and 10 Monarchs from the Tiger 39. And off up the middle to Gardner. Gardner's going to be stacked up at the line of scrimmage, but his forward progress will get him a couple. It'll be a second down and timeout called by the Monarchs. With 1:51 to go in the game, it's Imperial 26 and Monte Vista 1.
No matter what you need to keep your home cool and comfortable, R&K Air Conditioning has it. From complete 10-star cooling systems to the latest in Wi-Fi capable thermostats, we have everything you need to stay comfortable. That's why you should make R&K Air Conditioning your first and only call for your cooling needs. Call 760-353-7570 or find us online at rkair.net. 10 stars, quality you can feel.
As we return back to Shimamoto Simpson Stadium, here in Imperial, Tigers leading 26-25 with 1:51 to go, and the Monarchs with the ball, second down and 7 from the Tiger 36. Tiger defense has stepped up so many times in this second half.
One more.
Can they do it again?
We need one more. One more.
Defense comes out onto the field.
I'd like for it to go to the field goal attempt.
Monarchs line it up. Silver quarterback.
Who's the running back?
And they've got Gardner now as a blocking back, and it's going to be a pitch around to the right side. They have one tackle, but not a second, as the ball is carried by Xavier Leyva, and he'll be tackled right around the line of scrimmage. In fact, it looks like it's going to be a loss of 1. It'll be a third down now and 8 from the 37.
Yeah, James Ponce did a good job jumping out and turning that play in. And then Ethan Ramos.
1:25 to go. Clock is running. Silva, under center, puts Gardner back in the tailback slot. And off to Gardner over the right side. Gardner gets stopped at the line of scrimmage. His forward progress will get him to
Timeout by there.
To the 35-yard line. Timeout on the field. 1:12 to go. It's Imperial 26 and Monte Vista 25.
Day in and day out, your publicly owned Imperial Irrigation District proudly delivers low-cost, reliable energy service to its customers in the Imperial and Coachella Valley. When compared to other power providers, IID's residential, commercial, and governmental customers all save up to 50% on their monthly energy bills. That's because IID is committed to more than just delivering power. IID is committed to you. IID, where customers always come first.
Well, we'll set it up this way. There's 1:12 to go in the ball game. The Monarchs have the ball, 4th down and 6 from the Tiger 35. This game basically comes down to one play. If the Tigers defense can stop them here, they can run the clock out.
Yep. This is it right here.
So it's down to this one play on a 4th down and 6 from the Tiger 35-yard line.
And it looks like Xavier Vega was going to be the running back. Yeah, he's staying deep.
One wide receiver, Junior Robledo, will be on the far side.
Gardner's in front.
Gardner's blocking back. Silva pitches to the right side. Throw it back to Silva. Silva's going to catch the ball. And a tackle behind the line is right. The Tigers have stopped him. Ryan Benitez comes up with a possibly game-saving tackle in the flat, and the Tigers' offense comes out.
They can take a knee.
They should be able to take a knee the rest of the way.
One time out, so they can start.
What a great job for Ryan to stay put on that side. Woo, man.
Yeah. Everybody went that way. They rolled right. Everything rolled right. And the quarterback came back to the left.
Ends up with a loss of 1. And the Tigers should be able to just take a snap under center by Jordan Reed. Brendan Adams is 20 yards or 30 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they're just going to take a knee. And Reed does so. And the Tigers should be able to do that 2 more times. And they're going to come up with a win. An impressive one as they were down 17-7 at the half. And the Tigers, barring something really bizarre, will win this one 26-25 over Division II school and run their record at 2-3 going into the break. Wow.
Wow, that is awesome. We tried to give it away.
I tell you, the defense, though, in this second half.
Oh, he stepped that right there. That right there, 51-88.
And that will be it. The clock will run down. The Tigers will pick up the win. Final score, Imperial 26, Monte Vista 25. As the players go into the middle of the field to congratulate themselves to each team. And like we said, there's only a couple of times there were big penalties. We had a late pass interference against us, but one personal foul. The rest was a really clean game by both teams, so you really have to give both of them a tip of the cap. But the final score here in Imperial, the Tigers 26, the Monarchs 25, and we'll recap the scoring for you and have the stats in just a moment.
Start the day off right by having breakfast at Broken Yoke Cafe. Once again voted best breakfast in the Imperial Valley by our customers. Thank you. Remember, Broken Yoke strives every day to bring you great service and great food. Still preparing everything fresh daily. Open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Log on to Broken Yoke Cafe and join the club or order your meal online. Broken Yoke Cafe on North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. I don't worry anymore about getting stranded with my car breaking down. Why is that? That automotive class I took at Imperial Valley College not only prepared me to fix my own car, it also prepared me for a new career in automotive repair. I like the way you think. I've always wanted to become a welder. Then check out these and other IVC career education classes at imperial.edu. For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has helped different clubs and sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way, keeping your kids busy with school activities. Their members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, please contact Betty or Larry at 760-355-1312. That's 355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers! Peyton Express in Imperial is your one-stop convenience store with full-service car wash, gas, and diesel. It's a place for all your snacks, cold drinks, and ice-cold beer. And if you're throwing a party, cake, wine, and champagne. Everything you need at one convenient location. While you're there, get your vehicle washed and save the bus with 8 gallons of gas or diesel and get the 10th car wash free. Yes, Peyton Express is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Highway 86 and Ayton Road in Imperial.
Hey, Ryan and nephew Ryan, my sister-in-law Lindsay put Ryan, who's over at Northern Arizona University. Hi, Ryan. Hey, we got a win tonight.
Hey, thank you.
Good deal. Glad you're listening in back at the Flagstaff over there. What a victory. What a great victory for the Tigers. And just to recap the scoring, at halftime, Monte Vista led this one 17-7. And the Tigers would come back, though, in the third quarter with 5:57 to go, a 23-yard touchdown pass from Jordan Reed to Joey Ramos, and with the extra point by Edgar Ramos good on a 6-play, 63-yard drive. The Tigers trailed 17-14. But the Monarchs would get that touchdown back with 2:37 to go in the third quarter on a 13-yard run by Giovanni Olivas. The 2-point conversion was good by their quarterback, Ruben Silva, an 8-play, 75-yard drive, and the Monarchs were up 25-14. The Tigers would cut that lead to 25-20 on a 5-yard touchdown pass from Jordan Reed to Joey Ramos. The 2-point conversion no good. That was an 8-play, 53-yard drive. Well, we were surprised at a short kickoff with, and the Tigers went down to capitalize. The Monarchs were ahead 25-20 at that point, and then with 6:13 to go in the fourth quarter, Jordan Reed, his third touchdown pass of the night. This one going to Brennan Adams, a 30-yard, just a beautiful pass and catch. 2-point conversion was no good. It's a 4-play, 78-yard drive. That gave the Tigers a 26-25 lead, and that's how this ball game would end. For Jordan Reed, get this in the second half. At halftime, Jordan was 8 of 15, a little over 50%, and had thrown for 45 yards. In the second half, 14 of 16, 170 yards, and completed his last 10 in a row with 3 touchdowns in the second half. What a second half, Jordan Reed. Just outstanding. Look at Brady on here in just a second. In the second half. Got the offensive coordinator, Brady Hoff, on the line. We're just looking. Jordan started off the second half with 4 completions, ended with a touchdown, and then completed his last 10 in a row. 170 yards in the second half. Kept good possession of the football as well. Ends up with what I have him as 215 yards on 22 of 31. And spread it around real nice. You had Joey Ramos getting catches. You had Brennan Adams catching one. Brennan Adams catching one. You had Jacob Gray catching one. Ryan Bonilla is catching 3. Just spread it around nice. Congratulations. Big victory tonight.
Thank you. We made it a little bit way too more exciting at the end than we needed to. I guess gave the fans a little extra money. So nobody can say that we cheated them on a mission here.
Exactly. But, coming into this game, you knew it's a winnable game. You're going against a Division II school, but to come out of a win after so much adversity at times in this game, got to make you feel well.
Yeah, it does. They asked me how I was up there. I said, I'm doing better than I was about 3 minutes ago. Zeus put it on the ground there, and, that's kind of how it's been all season long. Just something like that happens, and, the 3 other games we lost, we didn't come through after that happened, and tonight we did. So hopefully we've kind of learned and turned the corner, and it'll be like this from now on out.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what you had told me this afternoon, is that once this team can realize that they're a good team, they can be a good team if they capitalize on any mistakes the other team has, and then take them where you can get them. And I think they showed that late in this game.
Yeah, they did, and Jordan made some huge throws down the stretch. That fade to Brent was a great place ball. The one before that to Joey, and we talked about half where he needs to start making reads and just running and taking the play that's given to him. Both those plays, we had an RPO to the single receiver side, and it was supposed to be a slam, but they realized that, hey, that guy's up in inside leverage and press coverage, and they just turned it into a little fade, and he just made a nice throw. He didn't try and throw the ball 50 yards downfield or make a spectacular play. He took the easy play that they gave him, and, that makes a difference.
And also we have to credit the line in the second half, too. They played a much better game than they did in the first half.
Yeah, they did. They got after it in the second half. We had to think of that first possession, and we were a little shaky on pass protection. We were trying to take some shots down the field, so that's probably on me. I called some deep plays I shouldn't have because they were giving us heavy rush. But, yeah, they really stepped up, and we were able to run the ball, with 5 blockers against a 6-man box. So that's pretty good when you're outnumbered by a guy and you're still able to run the ball.
Joey Ramos, you just can't say enough about him. He does such a great job of catching the ball. It seemed like anything. He had 1 drop tonight. I think he was running before he got the ball.
Yeah.
But outside of that, everything that's close to him, he catches it.
Yeah, he had that one where we were in that little rub route, and I'll take the 1 drop if he's going to make the catch on 3rd down on the out, and on the touchdown here where he goes up and gets it over the guy, or the fade here. So you can live with one when he's going to make plays like that. He's an absolute stud. He's the best player down here. He's probably the best receiver in San Diego.
Yeah, well, he was ranked number 2, I think, coming into the game, so we'll see. He may be the top one in that. Now, he had gotten the reception record for the school earlier, passing Raymond Beeman, and then he had the most touchdown receptions, passing Dejan Staten. Tonight should have put him past Raymond all-time receiving yards.
Okay.
Because I think he was 44 behind it. He had plenty more than that tonight, so just what a superb time. And then he gets an interception late in the game as well.
Yeah, And then, to be fair, too, he passed some Beeman here, but really those probably would have been Santi's records if Santi didn't switch to quarterback for the team last year. So
you're right.
So Santi gets a little bit of an asterisk there, where he would have had a great year. They both would have had a great year if Jordan wouldn't have got hurt last year. And it's funny, Dejon's last record fell the touchdowns, huh?
Right. Right.
I kind of joked with him. He's a good receiver we had when Royce was here, and we didn't throw a lot because we had Chris and Royce average 10 yards every time they ran.
Exactly.
So as soon as Dejon leaves, we had Aaron Benitez come in at quarterback, and that's when we started throwing it, 20, 30 times a game, and always joke with Dejon, we just had to wait for you to leave before we started throwing the ball.
Start getting it right.
I wish we had a couple more Dejons. He's a fun kid to have. I really liked having him.
He played so loose, and he kept the team loose.
He was. Nice. But I don't think that guy's ever had a frown on his face. He's always happy, and I think he's related to everybody in the Valley. Everybody's his cousin. That's just a great guy. I like Dejon.
This comes at a great time going into the bye week, too, before the league has come up with a big victory like this.
Yeah, it does. It's we have a couple things we got to work on, a little bit in pass protection, some ball security based on the last one there, and clean up our screens a little bit. But it's great having a big victory here. We're happy going into this bye week. We want to play Brawley. If we would have lost this one at the end, boy, that would have been so incredible. That would have been devastating.
That would have been a long 2 weeks. Wouldn't it have been? Brawley scored with 23 seconds remaining, leads Cibola by 2, 21-19 over Yuma. So
it looks like Brawley's going to be going into the bye week a little bit excited as well. I see a good showdown.
It'll be next in 2 weeks from tonight in Brawley, so and we'll bring that all to you. Thanks a lot for stopping by.
No problem.
Appreciate it. Appreciate all your help throughout the years, and as Brady Hopp, our offensive coordinator for the Tigers, and a big victory tonight by this team. The Tigers come up with a 26-25 win, and one, as I mentioned to Brady, when you're getting ready to go into a bye week, to come up with a big victory like that, it kind of makes you feel really, really good about things.
On the high.
It's a long 2 weeks if this would have come out as a loss, so it's a big win for the Tigers, and to do it against a Division II school, and to think that the Tigers are 2-3, and yet their 3 losses are by a grand total of 16 points, or 13 points, yeah. So we haven't been out of any game and could easily be 5-0 right now, but it's important to come up with a win right now.
Yeah.
You have the defensive stats, because boy, that defense cut it in half. It just played lights out for this Tiger team.
And I noticed that they gave the award to Ethan Ramos after the game. He got to speak to all the teammates.
Deserving.
He ended up, I have one with 14, and I go to speak because I get all into the game, so I have him with 14. Another big game for Brandon Silva, who had 10. C.J. Ramos ended up with 7. Maurice Padilla had a good second half.
He did.
I think I had him with 5. He ended up with 9. So good showing for him. And Tanner Travis, that kills me that he went out hurt like that. He ended up with 3 tackles and 1 sack. Manuel Pitones came up with a big sack in the second half to help us out. Andrew Luna did very well after
Mesa went down with the injury. Right?
Yes, he ended up with 7 tackles. But the biggest one was where you turn that play in right now.
Oh, yeah.
For Ethan to finish that kid off.
Yeah.
Because if he makes that corner, he's gone.
Right. And then with Ryan staying put on that last play,
that was awesome.
When you've got a 4th down and 6, from your own 37-yard line or so, and they do a pitch to the running back to the right side, it throws it back to the quarterback, and Ryan's right there, and makes the tackle. Huge play in that. Yeah. Just some other notes on offense for the Tigers. Got to point out Jesus Padilla. He knew he'd be getting some carries tonight, not as many as he expected, after Manuel Quintero runs his first 2 tonight of 25 yards each. On his 3rd one, injures his shoulder.
What a start.
So ends up with 49 yards on 3 carries. But then Jesus Padilla comes in, 11 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown. Great job for Jesus tonight.
Yes.
Jordan Reed had some losses, had a big one on the fumble that we have to charge to the quarterback, and was sacked 3 other times. And as we mentioned, what a great job Jordan did in the second half. He continues to improve, as I mentioned to you earlier in the night, 60% completion in the last 3 games. And in the second half tonight, goes 14 of 16, 170 yards, 3 touchdowns when the Tigers' offense needed it. Imperial was down 17-7 at the half and comes back to win at 26-5.
Wow.
That's just exciting stuff.
2 good halves. 2 two good halves today.
Well, I thank all of our sponsors. The Imperial Quarterback Club, they've been serving Imperial High School for so many years, decades even, the school activities and sports programs. The Brick House Coffee, serving your favorite drinks all day, and next door Brick House Deli with big, bold, fresh flavors. Open for breakfast and lunch at Lisa Tucker Center in Imperial on Ayton Road at Little. Ayton Express, the corner of Highway 86 and Ayton Road in Imperial. They have it all: ice cold drinks, snacks, gas, diesel, and a state-of-the-art car wash. Our thanks to Ray Derman and Derma's Floor Covering. Stop by and see the Shaw Floral Gallery and ask about their stain-proof products. It's Derma's Floor Covering in Imperial. The El Zarapi Restaurant. When it comes to Mexican food, they do it right. Food is great, service even better. Our thanks to Imperial Tiger Football Association with fundraising and supporting Tiger football for many years. The Broken Yoke Cafe, once again voted best breakfast in the Imperial Valley. I think I might make Peggy take me there tomorrow. I think a victory breakfast sounds smart. Open daily at 6 a.m. Imperial Valley College look into enrolling in their automotive tech department. Remember IVC for your higher education needs. And our thanks to R&K Air Conditioning, your year-round home comfort specialist for sales and service. Call the pros at R&K Air Conditioning. And thanks again to Imperial Irrigation District, your locally owned utility.
Thank you all. Thank you all for your sponsorship.
Let's
Making
see.
this possible for us.
Let's see the final scores that we can get in this. If you want to look those up real quick, and we'll lead off with that.
Final, Raleigh over Cibola, 21-19. They were marching down that last possession, and they marched right down the field and scored with 23 seconds left in the game.
So there you go, probably a big win over Cibola in Yuma tonight.
In Yuma, yeah. Hopeville ended up over Palo Verde, 58-41.
Wow, defensive struggle there, huh?
Oh, Southwest
58-41.
with the win over Yuma, 27-7.
Good win for the Eagles.
Yeah. Oh, Caliphate got a win.
Yeah, they sure did.
Over
Desert Christian Academy of Bermuda Dunes.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
29-21. I know they're
good one there.
Congratulations to Coach Smith.
And let's see, last reports are actually Central was beaten by Christian 31-28. In that final, that was up in El Cajon.
Oh, there it is, final. I didn't see that.
And
that should be it.
That's what we have. We didn't get a final in the Vincent El Cajon Valley game.
And in Calexico, once you get down, or did they play yesterday?
Calexico has the night off. They took the night off, and then they will get back into action next week. We will be off. We will be back in action 2 weeks from tonight in Brawley, the Imperial Valley League opener, with the two teams that have won the most championships for the last 10 years in the Imperial Valley League, and they face off right off the bat
both
in Brawley.
So into the break with big wins?
Yep, with big behind wins, right. So it's always exciting when Brawley and Imperial plays, and it'll be at the cornfield.
It'll be exciting.
It'll be an exciting one.
Yeah.
So we'll sign it off here from Imperial. Again, our thanks to all of our sponsors. Our thanks to Gabe back in the studio. I know we had some problems early in the night, but he was able to get them fixed right at kickoff. So it was perfect timing.
Thank you, Gabe, for your help.
So thanks a lot on that. And we just thank everybody for tuning in tonight. And as we do each and every Friday night that the Tigers play on KXORadio.com. Exciting.
Good. Excited to finish. I hope Patter's okay. I really thought I didn't know if we're going to have a chance without him there.
Wow, he just plays. He takes such a big spot on the defense, and for him to go down early like that, and then for Manuel Quintero to go down like that with his shoulder, not sure what that situation's going to be like. But boy, some depth with guys coming up, and then Damon Meza, who was taken to El Centro Regional, looked to be a shoulder or neck injury. Weren't sure on that, so hopefully he is well. Haven't heard anything from down there yet. But then you have injuries like that, and you hate to have any kind of injuries, but when you have players pick up the slack like this defense did in the second half, it was huge. It was huge.
Good job by the coaching staff and by the players.
Yep. They stuck into it
their heart
and did not let this one get away and come up with a big victory.
Sweet victory.
So we'll sign up here in Imperial. Final score, the Imperial Tigers 26, the Monte Vista Monarchs 25. For George Peralta and Mickey Dale signing off. We will talk to you in 2 weeks. Good night. Thank you.
Good night.